Hey, Jared, how are you? I'm going good. We're back. We're back. You're back. Were you on vacay? Couple of weeks. You were here last week, though. No, you were not.
No, Jake.
Yeah,
Jake
we had
was here.
we had a short show. Denny, are you on there?
I guess I am.
I can't hear you very well.
Doesn't have much to
Give
say
me some
this
help
morning.
there, Ethan. Check. 1 2 1 2. Any
I can
better?
hear a little bit, but not like Jared. Jared has like a strong professional
Radio presence.
radio
Yeah.
thing.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Hello, test.
There you
1
go.
2. Is he like that one?
That one works.
All right.
So, Jared, where are you watching the big game at on Monday? Do you hate that it's on Monday? I do too. Yeah. Right. But I know, but they do the same thing on basketball, and it's not really like the NBA is not taking over or anything. So and I think it's a host city thing because the host city wants the hotel revenue on that Sunday night and Monday night. So I don't know. It's just Monday night. But so here's my prediction. When IU wins the national championship, Cuba will fall.
It's pretty close this morning. I don't know if
I
you
know.
heard the news. They're bitching because Trump killed all those bodyguards for Maduro. They were all Cubans. Nobody from Venezuela wants to be his bodyguard. So I guess they killed 18 to 20 Cuban.
Oh, did they really
yeah,
to get him
paramilitary
out of there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
The Hoosier win mean freedom for Cuba. Take it to the bank.
You were such a political scientist. I just love that.
Thanks,
That was pretty funny, Sully.
Sometimes the best radio show is when the host is just like
1 or 2 hours of sleep.
so tired. I used to do fill in for the morning and afternoon hosts, and so I would always end up with New Year's Day. So I remember one, and the show started at 5 a.m., so you get here about 4. We went on the air at 5, and it's New Year's Day, 5 a.m. So I said, I'm not continuing with this show unless there's 10 people listening. So I had 10 people call in, and then when they were going to bed or something, I'd scratch them out and put somebody else on. Because it was great because you could do anything. I mean, it's New Year's Day, no rules.
Wait a minute. He says there's no rules. There's always rules. He just ignores them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like traffic. Yeah, let's get a traffic check. Big John probably wasn't working on New Year's Day, and it was kind of like, no traffic. Back to you.
Up in the gyrocopter, and it's looking pretty bad here, boys.
Back in the day when we had a helicopter. No, we had when we started, it was a plane, right? Fixed wing.
But we used to have a helicopter.
Yeah.
I think it belonged to one of the banks, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it kept hitting the. We had a couple.
Greg Cooper,
Paul Page was in one of those accidents when the helicopter came down.
Greg Cooper was in the helicopter wreck for WIBC, and he was in the plane wreck for WIBC. He says, "I'm never going in another aircraft that's got WIBC written on it." Bless his heart. I mean, he says it's pretty scary when they go down. You think?
Wow, there's the understatement.
Well, I've had an engine out, and of course you're trained. You say, "Where's the landing strip? Where's the wind?" And you just land it. I mean, I landed in a soybean field, and it wasn't bad. It was after harvest, and it was. But my pucker string was pulled pretty tight. I will say that.
Farmer thought I was an alien flying with a flying lawnmower.
I just told him I was a crop duster. I said, "I'm almost done." Yeah. Oh golly.
Hey, thanks, Jared. All right. Hey, good morning. Welcome. Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. We are going to be here. It's a full show. We are here till 1 o'clock. This is actually a replay of an earlier show, but we'll still be taking your calls at 239-9393 because of AI. You can do that. Hey, Jenny Smith is here, the star of the program.
Hey, buddy. And my good buddy, Jack Phipps. I really like Jack. He's so much nicer than you are.
Well, Jack and I get along pretty well. We spent the entire week together.
Yeah, he tried to get into the building. You wouldn't go down and help him, so he calls me.
I'm
gave
Mr.
me Reliable.
One ring.
I got one ring, and then it went right to voicemail.
Yeah, that's
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So he calls somebody who's reliable.
I can check the call log.
Yeah. Well,
bring it up.
Well, how'd the week go down in Atlanta? Both you boys were down there.
Yep, we kind of hung out. So the Atlanta, it was the Christmas show at America's Mart. America's Mart is in downtown Atlanta. They have 3 buildings, 18 stories on average.
On average.
Filled with everything you can imagine.
Are they 3 identical
Literally
buildings?
everything.
No, all built at different eras. The building 1, where the Christmas floors are from 16 to 20.
Very familiar.
And then building 2, there's a lot of Christmas in building 2 as well. And it's just, and there's what would you call the walkway? They're like skywalks or like
skyways.
Yeah,
like you don't have to go down and over to the next building. You
just
walk
have bridges.
Catwalk, bridges between the buildings.
Tarzan threat.
I mean, it's kind of creepy walking. You know, it took a while to get used to, walking and you kind of look over the side. You're
18 stories up.
above the floor,
above
the street.
So how do they get people up and down? Is it elevators or escalators?
Escalators, because the elevators are a nightmare. Although it's something really funny when we were leaving last night. My lovely wife Beth, she always wants to take the elevator because the escalator think about this. It's 18 floors. It's 18 escalators. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I find it relaxing.
Yeah, it is.
But she said, let's take the elevator. I said, no, because it's just so unreliable. And so she did, and it was like the race was on. So there's 5 or 6 of us, and we're going down the escalators.
At a good pace.
At a good pace. And, I wanted to go out, like jump off and hit the elevator button so it would stop.
At every floor.
Have you ever been in an elevator when a little kid comes in and starts hitting all the buttons? Oh, your heart just sinks.
Yeah. So, but Beth won. She beat us by 2 minutes.
That was the only time the elevator would
no
beat
kidding.
The escalator.
Wow.
So, yeah, and the escalators are scary because the way they're set up there, and they do a pretty good job, but people will get to the bottom of there's a lot of people on them, and they stop and go, is this where the floor is that I wanted, that floral? And they're talking to their friends. It's like people are coming. It's like,
bang,
boom, 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 boom. And I have had to pull somebody out, like pull them up because they got, it can be really dangerous.
You can't fix
Everybody has a bag.
Yeah, everyone's got a
bags
bag.
that they're pulling.
And matter of fact, when I go on, I try to leave a couple steps
just to be
just to get a little.
Look at you.
Been there a long time.
Safety first.
So here's an interesting thing. And again, our number 239-9393. Denny is here to take your calls.
I put in a formal complaint to management saying we used to take 30 to 40 calls in 4-hour show. Now we take 2. And I said, come on, give us, what's Guy Relford doing? They got to get our call screeners.
Yeah.
I don't call them out on air very often, but they're not doing anything for us.
So you'd be talking about like the management here?
Yeah.
So.
Starts with Matt.
Oh, Hiblin? He's got no power. Kidding, Matt. Kidding.
Well, I tried to call you, but you were out of town.
Oh, radio joke.
You're the guy that signed my paycheck all these years.
So what was I talking about? So
yourself.
True. Atlanta, you're going to let us know when there's callers.
Exactly.
Okay. Ethan is behind the glass.
Hey, everybody.
I kind of hate I hate this.
The separation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because it's like Ethan, he's part of the show, and now I just see a glare. I can't even tell what your hat says. Does it say bad?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Does it say bad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that for the show?
Explains my golf game.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, bring us up to date on the electromagnetic ice de-icer for your truck. How's it doing?
So I checked in with Denny on the price because I had to see what this thing was actually worth. But
Can you tell everybody what this device does
This
first?
is supposedly it sends out electromagnetic shield to keep your windshield from icing up in wintertime. And I did the math on that or the physics on that, and a 700-watt microwave might be able to keep up with it in really, really cold weather, but certainly not this little thing about the size of our thumbs. And I just thought it was hooey, and you said it was hooey.
Well, I have no basis of hooey, but
In terms of
it just looked like hooey.
a novelty.
Yeah, it looked like
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
So what's the score there, bud?
I think we have worked 1.5 times and not worked 4 times.
All right, so
So it is
But it
partial
does-
hooey.
why
yeah,
don't you
it
get-
makes it slightly better. And honestly, with the price that he said that he thinks it is,
I think it was
it would be
$18,
worth
yeah.
it to make it just a little bit better. Like, you don't really have to like get the elbow grease in there.
Get
you
another one
know,
in there.
But
Just
you know
do a
what I do
twofer.
and I find works really well? A warm cup of tap water. It's kind of lightly tossed on my windshield.
That'll
You
freeze
got to be
again.
careful.
I
That'll
just-
crack a windshield in
It's
a heartbeat.
warm. It's not hot.
Okay.
And then I just put my windshield wipers on, ready to go.
Look at you, Jack.
I would think that would just, like on a really cold day, would just refreeze.
So what
you
you're
would
saying,
think.
Ethan, is it sort of works.
Yeah, I'll give
Try
it
it.
like a 6
Three-
out of 10.
A 6 out of 10. Okay,
6
so
out of
that's-
10.
That's 3
Mhm.
stars. Okay.
Mhm. I have low standards though, so just remember
Yeah.
that.
Hey, don't ever say that in front of your wife.
What if
Don't
you
ever say that in front of your wife. Oh, my
What
God.
if you took salt and put that in the warm water?
A little salt water.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too
that'd be
good for
more
the
of-
finish of the. If don't splash it on the paint,
You could gurgle it and then just spit it on your window.
your teeth would feel better. You know. Hey, we need to break, boss.
Oh, we do already. Where's the clock? Oh, there it is.
Can you read?
If you're listening, if you know,
I always I swore in
clock-
2026 I was not going to monitor your clock anymore.
Well,
and then
before-
Allison's gone, and so now
before
I
the
got
console had a clock right on it. Now there is a TV set that is a what size is that?
50-inch.
50-inch TV, and there's all this garbage on it, and there's a spot that is like 4 inches by 4 inches
Yeah.
that contains.
and it's got about a half-inch letter in white against black, which you can see it, but I
But
don't know how you see it.
You have
from
to
over
look
there.
at it. It's like, oh, there's clock. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Is it getting any better? Ethan, is it? You don't know because you're only here on weekends too. Jack, is it getting any better during the week here?
It is. I've
Is it?
noticed.
Oh, good. 239-9393. We're coming right back with more 93 WIBC. It's kind of a racy song.
Well,
For a
he's telling
Saturday
it
morning.
like it is. Hey, Pat, ask me what I did this week.
Hey, Danny, how was your week? What'd you do?
I have been purging closets, closet space, drawers. How many T-shirts can one man have in his life?
Like printed T-shirts?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what you should do is pick out the best ones and do a T-shirt quilt. Seriously, have
This
you do
boy
that?
is- no,
Like you just send them in. and
I did quilt bags and I sent them to Goodwill. I made
Okay,
4
well, that's
trips to
different.
Goodwill this week.
But you might find some. Have you ever seen a T-shirt quilt?
Yes, I have. For
Kinda
somebody
cool.
who's passed away.
Passed away.
Yeah, somebody's passed away. They took all of his T-shirts or his flannel shirts and they made them into pillows.
Well, it's not a T-shirt quilt. A T-shirt
Do you
quilt.
have a T-shirt quilt?
Has a graphic
Yeah.
from every T-shirt cut
yeah,
out.
and a T-shirt quilt is a happy thing.
You know what's most depressing is I had all this rack of slacks. I kept 3 out of 12. The rest of them don't fit. I mean, what the heck happened
Too
there?
big.
No. Thanks, Pat. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. All right, your phone just did.
Yeah. Hey, joining us on the program is Steve.
Steve. Bronco?
Yes,
Hey, Bronco, how are you?
I'm well, Denny. First of all, I want to thank you for the expert advice you provided me on toilets. We're doing a bathroom remodel, and we've decided that we're going to get a heated toilet seat, so we're very excited about that.
Hey,
what's the source?
Steve,
What's the
get a
source?
bidet.
Life-changing.
Life-changing.
Pat likes to wash his junk, but he doesn't want to get in the shower.
Hey,
Hey, this is the family show.
Hey,
it
okay.
is a family show. I'm telling you, a bidet will change your life. If you're doing a bathroom remodel, Steve, get
All
the
right,
bidet.
Steve, what's the heating
With the
source?
warm
Is
water
it
hookup.
plugged into something? Is
Oh,
it a
warm
battery?
water,
What is
yeah.
it?
It's an electric one.
So you plug it into the wall.
Yes. We'll just see once the toilet gets installed. The design company will take care of that. They'll take care of everything on that.
You know, the Department of Corrections in the legislature here in Indiana is trying to decide different ways to execute people. We might turn in your toilet seat.
Excuse me?
Yeah, haven't you heard? Oh, you've been
No.
out of town.
Well, I did have someone text me. I guess we're on the list.
We're on the list of
Death by Home and Garden Show.
what? No,
They just have to listen to us.
they're discussing whether or not they want to have firing squads, hangings. You know, because the lethal injection. You know, so they're coming up with different options.
You're going to stand out on 465 when a big tractor trailer's coming,
Yeah,
and you're gonna have cement boots on.
either that or you just put on a set of headphones and listen to the legislature for 3 days. That'll kill you.
We're going to put you in a room with a gun and this show on.
And one bullet. Yeah.
Commercial free Home and Garden. You'll kill yourself.
Anyway, my thanks to Goodwill Industries. They've taken everything that I've taken over there, including some stuff from the basement. But I got about one more week of purges, and then I'm done for the year.
So is this a yearly thing you do, or has it been a while?
No, it's been a year. But you know what? See, you have different filters, Pat. I've got so many WIBC shirts. I've got every shirt from every Radiothon. And so I'm trying to decide, I can't get rid of them, so I'm just moving them around. You know, it's like rearranging the chairs.
We still
on
have a
the
lot of our
Titanic.
kids' stuff.
Yeah.
Because, when they leave, they don't take everything with
And
them.
you know what? When you try to give it
But
back
they
to
want you to
them,
hang on to it.
They do.
they don't. Here's they say, yeah, I want to keep it. Can you keep it at your place? No, you're an adult now. Come and get it. No, then I don't think I want it. Well, then it's hard to throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little nicer. I'm more of a pushover.
Are you?
Just because we have,
A big basement.
well,
Throw
we
it
have
in a pool.
I have a 6-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And unless Beth is mad at me, we have 5 available.
That's funny. We have a finished basement, and when things get a little bit heated, that's my escape is the basement. And I've got different hiding places where Jane can't find me to continue the argument, and I'm not telling her where they are either. So, oh well.
Hey, Denny.
Yes, sir.
So we had Hope Plumbing, a proud sponsor of the Home and Garden Show, out at our house yesterday to flush out the water heater. And they said that in 2028, there's all types of changes in regulations for water heaters. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I was going to do a show on that, not the least of which was had to do with the anode rod. Steve, let's set that up for next week. That'll be a good in the weeds segment. They have to do with energy. They have to do with insulation, which I always thought we were thoroughly insulated in most of the water heaters now. But I'll put that together for next week's In the Weeds show.
Is it possible that this is driven from California?
Oh, yes, it is, Pat.
Oh, really?
How did you do that?
I was just a guess.
The great Karnak. You and Johnny Carson.
Let me guess. California.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve, I did some research. A ballpark price for a 50-gallon gas water heater replaced is around $2,200 to $2,500. That's a lot of money. The research came out recently about the anode rod, which is the sacrificial rod that goes down the center. And we were trying to do, how if you can replace that anode rod every 2.5 years or 2 to 3 years, you can extend the life of that water heater indefinitely. But you got to be able to do it yourself because no plumber is going to come out and do an 1 16" with an impact wrench, to pull it out. And the new anode rods for replacement, they look like Link sausage, so that you can bend them to get them in because you've got the ceiling
because of the
problem.
ceiling.
So they've really come a long way, but it's a homeowner task. If a plumber comes out, the payoff isn't there. That's just
It's
because
cheaper
that's a
to
cost
have
of
the-
labor.
And one last question: is Terry at the home show today?
She is.
She is.
Yep.
She's a lady of the.
Yeah, we should have said Terry's at the home show, and Allison is still mad at us.
Yeah, she's had enough of us.
So, I don't know where Allison is.
All right, I'll do
We
the
miss
water
her,
heater
though.
changes. Steve, what brand did you get?
We didn't buy one because ours is still good. He was just giving us a heads up about the rules in 2028, and because we'll probably need to replace one after that, and just trying to make sure that we're doing the best with our money, that we're going to get one that will last us for a long time in our house. That's
Yeah.
all.
Well,
Steve, what
that's
I
the
did,
theory.
what Beth and I did when we were first married and got a little cash, we bought 8 water heaters. So we've been installing ones from 1982. Once they go bad,
Steve, I know you work for the government, but this is when I hate government. When they legislate efficiency. That's none of their frickin' business. That's what competition is supposed to do. But they did this, the heating and air conditioning industry, they did this to our refrigerants because they said that it tore up the ozone layer, and there was no scientific evidence of all that. So once again, they stick their big noses into industry, and who's paying for that? Steve, that next water heater is going to cost you an arm and a leg, so you might want to work one more year before you retire.
I understand. I just got one more thing to say on this theme. Water heaters.
Hoosiers. I see what you did there,
I
brother.
see. I'm a little slow.
That's pretty good, Stever.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, are we safe?
See you, Steve. Oh, sorry.
I'll say it. Bye.
Oh,
I always ask him if we're safe.
Does that mean we're
because he
not?
works for Homeland Security.
And he's really straight. He'll say, well, we're watching stuff, but
He'll
usually
he'll say, "Hey, you probably should stay home this weekend."
oh, boy.
Keep your windows locked.
Yeah.
Dry your blind.
Hey,
Jack from Allisonville joins us
Yeah.
as well today. Thank you very much, Jack,
Of course.
because the girls are boycotting the show.
Can't say as I blame him.
So Allison is on personal day. Terry is at the home show, and she'll probably
Next
be there
week,
next
too.
week as well.
Yeah.
So
And I'm sure that Allison is listening to make sure that everything's going okay right now.
Do you have connection to
So-
Fox News? That's
Yeah, so
usually
just
the
want to
issue.
say thank you for setting everything out for me, knowing that I probably wasn't going to be able to find everything this morning.
Yeah.
So
and the thing about Ethan and the new building is that you just work Saturday.
He's kind of
Yeah.
slow. He's
So-
just slow.
It's like it's a slow. You're here for 4 hours. It's not like you're here. You've been here like 4 times, 5 times. So
and last week I didn't work, so this week I was like, wow, do
You
I
were here,
do
but
I
you
actually
didn't work.
remember the
Like-
buttons I was coming in? I was like,
Started
it's going to be
fresh.
really bad today.
I mean, it's completely different than the other studio.
entirely, and like much more intimidating visually as well. Like there's a lot of lights that are different colors, and
Are they pretty? I can't even see them.
It's
they are pretty
distracting.
pretty.
When
Are
they
they?
flash, do you pucker up a little bit?
Yeah, the sound bars move on the side, and those stress me out. I don't like the moving things on here.
yeah.
There's like, I don't really like the moving.
Do you ever turn the lights off in there so that you can kind of enjoy the color? And
Yeah, like a little like raven here
Yeah.
or something like
A
that.
little light show for you.
All right, Pat, we need to break.
all right, 239-9393. We're coming right back with more 93 WIBC. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the segment that is sweeping this nation, especially during the slow winter months when no one has anything to do, it's In the Weeds with Denny Smith.
All right. I've got 2 gardening pros, 2 horticultural pros in the studio with me.
Thank you.
But
Well, thank
today,
you.
the segment is how not to ruin your yard and your garden. So,
Oh, okay.
boys, you're on your A game here. It's about 15 to 20 degrees most of this week. Okay, currently it's about 23, 24 degrees. What is it, Jack?
24.
24. All right, so some things you should not do. This is not gardening season. I mean, I'm not talking to any rocket scientists here, but people are about to make confident but very bad lawn decisions. Jack, you got a dog. Does the dog go out the same place every day to pee?
He does.
He does?
How about you?
I go inside to the same place every
Same
day.
place?
Well,
Okay.
here's the thing. The grass is brittle and it's not protected. We go out and we walk on it all the time. So one of the things we want to do is we want to rotate our pets a little bit. For us, we should just stay off the grass because it's brittle, and when you walk on it, it's not going to show in February and March, but come April, you're going to be able to see all the.
Just rotate like when he goes outside, pick him up,
That's
turn him like 90. No.
You've got a special needs dog, and your loyalty to that dog is unbelievable. Here's the other thing: the silent spring killer. Pat, you guys sell salt. You sell ice melt and stuff. It's
Yes.
pet safe, but it's not necessarily plant safe.
Correct.
And people forget that. They want to say, okay, it's not going to hurt my dog. But then next thing you know, all that salt or that de-icing has
And
gotten
there's
into the grass.
still a lot of, to homeowners, we sell a ton of pet safe, but still what is quite a bit of what is used is just salt-based, sodium-based.
And then nobody can figure it out. I mean, it's a 2-week time bomb or a 2-month time bomb. It'll show up in April or May. The other thing is, and remember when people would always say, "When's a good time to prune?" And he said, right after the show or any time the branch is not frozen. That's really true. I did a deep dive on what it looks like when you use your pruners on frozen wood. It's a disaster. That cambium layer and everything, it just tears it up.
It's funny because he told me one time, and Dick, happy birthday to Dick Crum, 90 years
years
old
old.
this
Happy
week.
birthday.
Yep, he January 13th. But Dick said, he goes, I just say that because your fingers would get cold.
Oh, but it's the
There's
truth.
truth
Isn't
to
that
it.
funny? Blind hog finds acorn.
Yep.
That's our boy. Anyway, don't bend the branches. Prune brittle wood in the springtime. Don't prune it now. And the other thing is, I don't know, on our evergreens, we want to get the snow off of them. Remember, snow's an insulator, but you can't go at them, with a broom and start beating up on them because those little tender branches are going to be in trouble. Here's the other thing: wildlife. The pressure when we see the cold, they're driven to do things that they wouldn't normally do, which means the squirrels are going to get after the bark on the tree. We always thought that was deer. The evidence is showing that a lot of the stuff, even on the maples, is from squirrels. And
Not surprising, because as also Crum had always told us, squirrels are rodents,
yeah,
so their teeth continue to grow.
So they're
And so to-
constantly chewing.
Yeah, they
That's
have to
right.
chew.
So, as the cold comes down, it puts pressure for feeding and other things. The voles come out, VOLES, and they start making their tunnels. Deer get a little bit more active and a little bit more aggressive. The only reason I know that is we have cameras around the house, for the estate, Smith.
Oh,
We
sure.
have to keep an eye on them.
Sure, we don't. You don't have to tell us, Dan.
Between the coyotes and the deer come right up to your vegetation. They'll go right after it. I mean, it's warmer up by the house and less wind. And
How do deer and coyote get along? Do they just leave each other
they
alone?
leave each other alone. But what we
Respect.
we notice the different
And
types of
mutual
poop.
respect.
The deer will poop in the grass, and they have the little pellets that sort of look like rabbit pellets, only a little bit bigger. Coyotes poop right in the middle of the driveway. It's like they have to have a 360-degree turret, so they
Don't
can't
they
be-
do that to mark their territory?
in the middle of the driveway, Jack?
Yeah,
Maybe
they'll do
they
it like on a top
Well,
of
maybe
a
they're
rock.
getting a car.
Maybe they're gonna-
Sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, to wrap
Just to
this
feel
up,
alive.
winter care is mostly about doing less. Stay off the lawn if you can. Don't be pruning branches. Don't be doing that type of thing. Get the dog into a rotation, somewhere from different doors. They like to go on vacation when they pee. They don't have to go
They
to the same
can.
place all the time. Your yard doesn't need motivation right now. It just needs restraint. Leave it alone.
So
Yeah.
later on, too, because I have written down, when should I?
When should you? Good. That'll be
Yeah.
a good segment.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
It's not going to be a weekly segment. It's just
When
for
should
today.
I pay my taxes?
No, it's more about your lawn and garden.
Oh, speaking of taxes, the forecast is that everybody's going to get bigger refunds because now wait a minute. Not only have the brackets moved up for them, but they were withholding at the old rates
Oh, yeah,
through
yeah.
October.
Yeah.
So and then there's the child
through
credits.
because is that when the first?
It didn't take place for the one big beautiful bill.
Right.
They changed the withholding rates, but they didn't go into effect until October. So the first 9 months of the year, we were withholding at the old rates, which means more was being withheld. So we all should be.
Well, maybe that'll fuel the economy a little bit. You know what
yeah.
I noticed about our sales for the year is our business was, and that's flat. Flat is the new up. So our business was flat. I mean, dead flat, which was great because we were kind of running down 3-4%. But it ended up we had a great Christmas. Ended up dead flat. However, our transactions, the number of people grew. So we had more people in the store, but the ticket dropped a little bit.
That would
and
mean that would be a measure of disposable
yes.
income.
So that's what I was thinking as well. Is
Yeah.
that because stuff has
What are the projections for the coming year? I mean, you guys in the hardware or that industry, you really stay in touch with each other. Any projections?
I think everyone is hopeful that if gas continues to go down, that it's all about for us disposable income, especially not in the hardware side of our business, but the hardware side of our business is not the large side of the business. It's the patio furniture, grills,
Disposable income
outdoor stuff. That is where, and that's all disposable.
Yeah.
Nobody can say that they need brand new cushions. I've got to have those cushions.
Have those cushions.
So it'll be interesting to see if, but the other thing at the show, Jack, when we just came from the Atlanta, where last year everything was, here's the cost, and then you're going to have a 15 to 12% tariff on top of it. Well, this year now, because it looks like it's not going anywhere, it's just in with the price, and psychologically,
that
it actually
things.
looked a little better.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, because it's like, $4 cost. That doesn't seem.
Think about the
terrible.
research that goes into what causes people to say, "Okay, I'm going to buy it." Is it a point of sale decision when they see something, I'm going to buy it, or do they go in intentionally to find something and buy it?
I think it's both.
You've got those
Definitely
end
both.
caps. I always like to see what you have on end caps because as I'm walking up to the register, I want to see what you have there for those. What do you call them? Spontaneous sales.
Impulse buys.
Impulse buys, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I found interesting, I was doing an order for check that NMR, which is like
It's really fun
games.
novelty.
It's fun novel. It's like
Moose mugs and
it's
Snoopy.
licensed stuff, Batman and everything you can think of. And they have these paint by number things that are really cool. So like a Harry Potter, the castle or something like that, you would paint it. But then they came out with a small size, just like 8 by 8 inches. Well, and this stuff, picture this stuff. This is all made overseas, right?
Right.
But those 8 by 8, they're making them in the United States.
I like that
Good
a
for
lot.
them.
Yeah,
Made in the
so
USA.
it is, So I think that is. I'm not sure it's helping the disposal income, but
The evidence is showing that the factory expansions are being done in the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
Because of tariffs.
yeah, no question. 239-9393. We'll come back. Your calls next. 93 WIBC. Good morning. Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Pat Sullivan, Jack Phipps is here, and, of course, the star of the program, Denny Smith.
Hey, boss. You're too kind to me.
So Jack and I were down in Atlanta. So also down in Atlanta was the Peach Bowl. So the Peach Bowl was Friday, a week, when IU won and advanced to the national championship. So we arrived then on Monday. The restaurants were still
Busy.
out of beer.
What? How can you be out of beer?
No beer.
So Monday night we went to a place called Max Lager's, and it was, it's like,
Same thing.
I just wanted a Mick Ultra. We don't have any we don't have any bottled beer. We have some draft because they're a brewery. And it's like, it was crazy. And then Andrew was there all weekend because he went to the game, but then had to be in Atlanta for the show on Monday. So they just stayed. And he goes, they could not, there were so many that didn't have food.
Didn't have food?
No, they did not. And it's like, so here's my concern, because Atlanta, and as Andrew goes, it's not like the Peach Bowl doesn't happen every year. Now, I do think this was a little more of a raucous, because the hotel that we were staying in, they finally, and that's where Andrew was staying, they finally blinked the lights at 2:30 in the morning to try to break up the celebration of the IU fans. But
I don't care who you are. That's
it's
funny.
like Andrew goes, they have the Peach Bowl every year, so it should not be a surprise. But the concern is that if you're a soccer fan, is it the World Cup, Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little concern that Atlanta handle that?
If they can't handle the Peach Bowl.
Yeah. Quite honestly, everything needs to be in Indianapolis. We
I
know
would
what we
agree
do.
with that.
So yesterday when we were flying out, and I don't know what this was related to, so we got there early because you never know at the Atlanta airport, and we just got right through. Boom. So we had extra time, so we went to a, what'd you call it, a little
Juke joint. It was,
It was like a little.
Juke
It
joint.
was,
That's the
it was
name
like
of
a.
it.
It was like a ground round.
Yeah.
Waiter walks up, says, "We don't have any food. We've got chicken sandwiches and coleslaw."
Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
mean, shoot,
incompetence.
what else
I'm
do you need?
sorry.
and so I said, me coleslaw. It's like, hey, double up on the coleslaw. Thank you very much. They
Had a silverware issue.
they didn't have any, like, there was no forks.
What?
So Jack was sitting at another
What
table.
type of restaurant is this?
I'm telling you, it's like, it's crazy. And did they have beer?
So they had,
had
maybe 2 beers.
Two kinds of beers. Because,
Yep.
again, I asked for a Michelob. Nope, don't have any.
They had a high noon, pineapple, and then every wine they had.
Yeah. So I go by, because Beth and I got there early, got a table. So we walked by. They're eating with knives, plastic knives,
Coleslaw. Being
plastic knives.
knived in.
Then I go out, and there is a, is it called Baja Fresh?
Yeah.
Right next to it, which is just a walk up. And no one was there. And the lady came out, it's like, we're out of food.
I've never heard anything
I know.
like this.
That
And
is
I don't know
crazy.
what.
They say that in 3 days, if we ever have a real disaster, in 3 days, every grocery store will be empty because everything is just in time inventory. And that's kind of scary. I mean, that's their livelihood.
It was really weird. And I don't know what it was.
We talked to one of the waitresses. She claimed it was a change in management, but
No kidding.
I don't know which
Changing
manager.
the management of Georgia.
that could be useful. That's for sure. Hey, this week, do you guys know what jarritos is? Have you ever heard of
I
jarritos?
had it in high school. God, it itched like so
No.
bad.
Jarrito, you know what Mexican Cokes are. They're all sugar. They use cane sugar instead of corn syrup. Well, this week I happened to be at Home Depot. I was picking up some shelving, and here's a big box of Jarritos, 12 different flavors. It is the best pop I've ever had in my life, but it was at Home Depot. I put it in the thing, so I'm buying this big shelf and this little box of Jarritos. He says, you don't look like the Mexican type. I
So I was going to say, so why do you think those are there?
Exactly. But they're wonderful. They have colas, they have raspberry, they have orange, they have pineapple, they have pineapple, they have all
so
of
many,
them.
and there's so many great Hispanic craftsmen that are building.
Hey, listen.
They really are.
With all that priority parking in front of the Home Depot, I don't see, all I see are the craftsmen from south of the border showing up there. But they're really good. They're always willing to tell your story about drywallers. When you guys were doing the remodeling, came in, did it quick, got out. That's what America's wanting right now.
Yeah, very
Well,
good.
so anyway, if you like jarritos, if you like Mexican type pop, it's pure cane sugar. They don't put any additives in it. And by God, it's just like you were a kid enjoying your first soda pop. Pretty cool.
That'll keep them bouncing.
Yeah.
Give those to the kids. You're saying about Zero Res. That's who Beth and I use, Zero Res.
Good.
And because we have a lot of grandchildren, and now our youngest grandchild, Patty, is a redhead. I mean,
What does that
You got to
mean?
watch out for
he's
those.
pale.
Yeah.
Oh,
So because they'll get rashes and stuff.
you can't
The
believe
gingers.
this zero,
True ginger.
this CR water is really something. It's a pH of about 11, which means it will draw out anything like anodes and cathodes. It draws the dirt out without any.
Wait,
I
what
mean, no
is-
result. No
What's this?
solvents.
Explain a CR water.
ZR water.
ZR.
ZR water is, if you think of a water softener that treats anions and cations and changes the molecular structure of the water, this changes it so much that it raises the pH very, very high, so it becomes an attractant to anything that's in the carpeting. And so they'll run over, you vacuum it real well, and then you add this water and you put it down, and it immediately attracts dirt, pollen, all of this type of stuff, such that when they come back with a vacuum, it just sucks it right out. But you don't need any solvents. You got grandbabies. Do you
I know,
want 'em
we don't
sucking
want
up
'em
on
because-
surfactants and all this other stuff.
I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking Patty would break out in a rash.
Yeah, you know,
A ginger.
he's an Italian. All right, we got 1 minute, Pat.
Well, okay. So with this 1 minute, I thought I would throw it to Jack and tell us one thing that you loved for Christmas for next
30
year.
seconds.
20 seconds. Only 30 seconds, Jack.
Oh, let me see. I think the thing that I'm looking most forward to for Christmas would
Not
be
for Christmas, that what we saw for
oh
Christmas.
yeah, for
Oh.
Christmas.
Sorry.
15 seconds, Jack. I
That
don't
really
cheat.
big old-fashioned C7 tree.
Oh,
And
know
I hope we
what?
circle back to that.
we'll talk about that because that was really, really cool. All right, hour number 2 is coming up right here on 93 WIBC. Hey, Jared, have you seen, have you been following ticket prices for the IU game?
I sure have.
So what's the range right now? Are they coming down, staying stable, going up?
I have seen anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000. They've been all over the. They've stayed pretty high.
So they have not dropped.
And then you add in people are selling parking passes.
Well, that's what I just wrote down because
$1,000s.
that's what I saw. Parking spaces for like $750.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I don't even think about
I'm
that.
telling you, Miami's not. I remember. I don't know.
You don't have good thoughts about
I don't have
Miami.
great thoughts about Miami except for that one
Joe Stasiak,
restaurant that I stayed in.
Yeah,
all day.
Stasiak says the same thing, that it's spread out, and it's like they deserve everything that they're getting when they really don't. They need to work at it.
Yeah, it's like, as I say, the conga line doesn't change in Miami whether there's a big event.
I saw a picture on social media the other day. It was when that stadium, when it used to be the Florida Marlins were playing there, and everything surrounding it was just parking space. I mean, you had all the room in the world to maneuver around that place. And since then, over the last, whatever it's been, 20, 25 years, it's now you got the road course that goes around there. You got whatever else is filling up that space. And
Is
it
that
just
the old-
seems real congested.
Is that the old Joe Robbie Stadium? Or
Yeah, I believe,
that's
right?
it?
Isn't it, Joe? It's where Miami plays, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe Robbie Stadium.
Yeah, that's where the Dolphins played?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
But
an
I
old-
feel
that's an
like
old
when
place.
we went to the Super Bowl in 2005, is that when it was? Doesn't matter. And
Six.
and we had to go to a parking area, and then you wait in line and got on a bus, and then that took you to the stadium, and of course it rained.
I remember you said you were up
literally-
against a wall.
Yeah, we were in. People always say, "Yeah, we are in the last row."
Thank
No,
goodness
we
you were.
in the last row, and there was a wall above our
Yeah.
heads, so some of the rain was going over our head. But
That's
then
pretty
eventually, I had to go to the bathroom.
Do you realize that was? Do you realize that was 20 years ago?
Was it really? Yeah, I guess it would be.
20 years ago. Oh my gosh.
And so then I had a zipper. I was waiting in a
Malfunction.
long line at the urinal. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. Get up there, and I don't know if it was from the rain and it created like some sort of rust thing.
You're gonna make me laugh on it.
But
A
I
malfunction.
get up there, and it's like usually you have shy kidneys, and it's like I had to go, and it's like my zipper was not. And finally,
Did it have the little box that says "In case of emergency, break
no,
glass"?
The zipper just exploded. Parts were spread across the floor. And I was able to go to the restroom, but then I was like,
You must have had
Walk of
pressure
shame
like a
back to the
fire
seat.
hose. That meant they could start a whip on you.
that was and then Beth and I weren't talking to each other because she went and she bought one poncho
Oh, and she got it.
for herself because, in fairness, they were not predicting rain. It had rained earlier in the day. They were not and it was one of those. Matter of fact, Tampa Bay had a game like that, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, where that rain just settles in and it just does not stop.
There we
So,
go.
so there was no one. You could have improved your seats because all the corporate people that come to the game, they don't really care, right? They're
Yeah.
they left.
Jarrett, we got to go.
They
All right,
left.
fine.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
fine.
Jarrett,
Later.
last word.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was it. Your last word is
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were no.
Your last
I
word is
didn't know
yeah?
you were looking for a last word. I thought
Jared, last word.
Mm,
Okay, that's good. All right. Hey, good morning. Hour number 2 of Saturday's Home and Garden program. Brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Pat Sullivan, along with Denny Smith, and our very special guest, Jack Phipps.
He really is special. Thanks for coming in,
Yeah,
Jack.
thank you guys.
My mom always said I was special.
Yeah.
So be careful.
I got that a lot.
Sometimes that's not a compliment. Jack is at our Allisonville store. And actually, when we purchased that store right before the pandemic, Jack was there. How long had you been there when we purchased it?
Maybe 3 years.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And Jack were you an expert on houseplants when you?
Houseplants and nursery stock.
Okay. Did you have some base of knowledge? It's kind of funny. I've never asked you these questions since you work for me. Did you have that base of knowledge when you came to work for us?
No, not at all.
Just kind of learned on the job?
Some interest. My parents had a lot of interest in plants. My dad had planted 2 Edith Bogue magnolias out in his backyard, so we'd always been kind of interested in that. So I just kind of picked up on it from him.
Who was your mentor at Allisonville? Who taught you the most over there?
All the nursery staff. So we have like Pat Miller, who's still there.
Yep. Jacques.
Norris, Jacques. Really all the.
Now, you went to school with Jacques, didn't you?
I did. We
did.
we went to Bishop Chatard together,
Yeah.
played football together.
What position?
Left out, both of us.
Yeah.
But Jacques had been there for.
That was pretty funny. Did you get
40
that
years.
left out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
We were both on the line.
Changes over the years. I see new pergola type things. I see parking lot. First of all, whenever I went there before, there was no place to park. So looks pretty positive. I'm sure that you had a lot to
it's
do
all-
with that, Jack. You
I
were the
did.
design engineer.
I'd like to think I was a driving factor in that. But
Yeah. Oh, a lot of Jack's design. So what did you do before you came to Allisonville?
Before that, I was doing some programming, some computer programming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof.
I was
C,
in grad school
Pascal?
for user
What were you?
experience.
What'd you program in?
iPhone. So Swift is like the iPhone specific development language, and I'd taken a class over at an academy called 1150 when I was getting ready to take some grad school classes on user experience.
Good for you, Jack.
I just did not enjoy sitting behind a computer by myself.
It gets old quick.
Were you
day,
working
every
at
day.
home?
I
You
was.
couldn't it? Oh, were you in the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Computer programming is you.
And then I worked at the academy for a while too. So
What's the academy?
Scott Jones, the guy that
Oh, yeah.
he has that house over on the west side that he's turned into like a little coding academy. At first, it was just because he had a mansion and he wanted people to come in. But then I got to work there for.
Did he ever come in? Did you meet him?
I did not.
Did you get
was
to
having
write?
some health issues.
Did you
He
get to
was
go
at
down that big
Hawaii.
mahogany slide? Did you go down the mahogany slide?
I did get to.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
There was a little dog Oreo that used to meet me out in the parking lot every day, and I loved that. But then one morning we came in and found out that the guard dogs had gotten out of their cage in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of ruined that
Yeah, that's
place for me.
ruined the experience.
the thing about programming is you work by yourself. They always say it's collaborative. I never was able to program
not.
collaboratively. You had an assignment. You had whether it was a subroutine, and it was boring.
And so you were
tried
doing like one piece of it. Is that?
one little bitty piece. And for military operations, that's really good because need to know. Okay, well, I did the subroutine that did this switch or this trigger, but for everything else, somebody else was putting it together and was not I.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, it's good to hear a little something about Jack Phipps.
Can I ask you a question, Jack?
You can.
So you were gracious enough a couple weeks ago to gift us what kind of plant?
Some houseplants?
Yeah.
yeah,
what
you-
was the tree? The tree
it was a
Um,
Norfolk pine.
It was a Norfolk pine. Thank you.
My
No.
wife would be enlightened to hear you tell us how to take care of it again because we have forgotten.
It's hard to kill.
So the key for the Norfolk pine is it's an island pine, not a cold weather pine. So it likes to have drier soil, so let it dry between watering, and it likes humidity. So keep it out of line of a heater duct or get a little deflector if it
Do you
is by
mist it,
one.
Jack? Do you use a mister on it?
I'm afraid to mist inside sometimes. I think it promotes conditions for
Oh, okay.
Fungi.
yeah.
I was just going to say fungus. Hey, I saw that Heather posted. Is she a private trainer? She posted something that showed up on Instagram and says, "I will
Heather, your
design-"
wife?
Yeah,
Yes.
Heather, Ethan's wife. I will design a exercise routine for you.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's got either a certificate or a license to be able to do that, where she can do like workout plans. It's personal training, so she can help you work out. She can write you workout plans. Your typical PE teacher. She's got it all going on.
Okay.
I just really want somebody just to do the
the work
Do the
for
work.
you.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
could just watch.
I tell her, if you could just work out for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you have something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what you could do is like she could work out and then you just take the shot, lose weight. You go, wow, look how well that worked.
I'm doing great.
Hey, I know that we have our friend Fulton on the line, so I thought we would talk to him because I know he probably has a busy day. So, hey, Fulton.
Good morning, Pat. Morning, Danny.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Now, Fulton had called me about 8 o'clock this morning, so I was busy. So when I got in the car, I called Fulton back, and he was sound asleep.
Well, he's got to sleep sometime. He's up all night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
calling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you had fallen back to sleep.
Yep. Sure am.
All right,
Got
what
busy.
are you doing
Go
today?
ahead. Well, about to be doing some cleaning today, and then I guess that might be it for me.
Wow, Fulton, that's the day right there, pal.
Fulton, what's the perfect job for you when you're going out to look for a job? What's the perfect job for Fulton?
Oh, let's see. That's a good question, Danny. Well, the perfect job for me would be staying focused and just get the job done. The one job I like to work is the favorite one I work is Texas Roadhouse, the one in Como.
Texas
Roadie.
Roadhouse, yeah. He works a day or two a week and just kind of helps out in the kitchen.
Cool.
I think you need to be a greeter, Fulton. I think that's where your talent lays.
Well, you know what? That's
Yeah.
not a bad thought because he's very flashy.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw his disco suit that he got for
With
Christmas,
the sequence.
If you wore that red suit and you stood next to the steaks, they would have record sales that
yeah,
night.
that's right.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Actually, it's not being a greeter or a host, something like that. That's not a bad thought, Fulton. You have a lot of personality.
Yep, and I was talking to JMV on Thursday. When he gets back, he wants me to do the IU Hoosiers fight song on ukulele. So
nice.
they'll be working on that, and he said we're going to do a remix together.
Fulton?
Fulton? Uh-oh, his mom probably found out he was on the phone.
Sorry, Fulton, we lost you there.
I'm
Wait, there you
still
are.
here, guys. I'm
There you
still
are.
here.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened here.
All right. So you're gonna do the you're gonna learn on the ukulele the IU fight song, the Purdue fight song. You guys are gonna do a little remix with JMV.
Yep, I sure am.
All right, man. Well, it's great hearing from you. We got to run. We're right up against the break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and no JMV takeover tonight, but he's going to be on a live stream on Monday night.
Why no JMV takeover tonight? Do you know? Just because of the
Well,
IU.
he's in Miami. Going
he
to
went-
Miami today.
Oh, he went to the game.
Yep, he's going to the game, so he'll be back on, I think, probably Tuesday.
All
I'm
right.
not sure, but I'll let you know.
There you go. It's Fulton. All right, we're coming right back. Our number 239-9393.
Don't forget that next Saturday, January 24th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds, that's on Pleasant Street. There's free admission, but it's the buy, sell, trade seeds, free seeds, educational speakers, door prizes, food, retail vendors. It's the Central Indiana Seed Swap. And remember that the Pepper Ladies, Jenny and Tiny, are going to be there. And the first 20 that say they heard about this on the Home and Garden Show, you're going to get their free pepper seeds, and they're very, very rare. Jack,
They
I
were the
can't-
Peppadoo peppers.
Peppadoo, that was it. Oh, and those are rare, and you can grow your own. Now, remember, they've got a long growth cycle, but this is next Saturday, the 24th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Hamilton County Fairgrounds, Pat.
So it's the seed swap.
It's a seed swap.
So, do people swapping makes it sound like everybody's trading watermelon seeds for pepper seeds, but do people just set up booths and you buy seeds?
Yeah, and they have that's a good point. Jenny's got some things. Oh no, Tiny's got a new product where she's freeze drying certain types
Tiny's
of candy.
treats, right?
Ooh, Tiny's treats.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Okay,
delightful. You were gone when they were here.
So it's open to everyone. You don't
It
have
is.
to have seeds to
No,
swap.
Yeah, and there are things for you to buy too.
Right. That's what I
Yeah,
think it's
they
more,
have
More of an
booths.
buying.
open seed exchange.
Right. So I think with the name should be seed swap, seed and purchase. No, seed
Meat
swap
and
and purchase.
Yeah, there's plenty for you to do. There's plenty of parking. That's why I like Hamilton County, but they're going to have it there. I don't know if it's at the Llama Barn or I don't know where it's going to be. But anyway, go. They'll point you in the right direction, but it really is a lot of fun.
God, she had those freeze-dried Rolos. God, those were so good.
Oh, my gosh. You weren't here, but Tiny has got some process where she is just freeze-drying regular candy that you would get.
Have you
Yeah.
tried any of that freeze-dried
No.
candy? It's pretty good.
Jack got in a fist fight with one of the ladies because he wanted to
She
take
went for
it.
that last one.
That's
She
kind-
went for that last
It's kind of a daily thing for Jack.
Is it really?
Yeah, he seems harmless, but
He's a good teacher.
when those treats come out.
I still remember what Jack taught me about putting together pots. Thrilla, Spilla, and Filla.
Yeah.
don't say it like that.
Okay, Jack, say it how it is.
Thriller, pillar, spiller.
What? So got a little
Now,
bit
you
of...
put an Italian mafia accent on it.
Thrilla, spilla.
It's a filler, the spiller, and the killer.
I think that's one of the best
The
things
killer.
that you guys do at Allisonville is that you have these classes. And I like it when the ladies come. They bring a friend, and you give them a little bit of wine, and they get liquored up. And next thing
Now,
you know,
that-
they're
you take-
laughing
you-
at everything.
You take that back. You're making it sound like we're trying to.
Well,
Right, Ethan?
you know, you split a bottle of wine between two ladies making floral designs. You know, it's kind of cute, quite frankly.
It's,
You're smiling, and you know I'm
No,
right.
no,
you know I'm
no,
right.
it is.
happens,
It
but-
is available.
Yeah.
It is not required. All right, so we were talking about right before the break some of the favorite things we saw at the Christmas
Right.
show. It's called Atlanta's
Gift Mart.
America's Mart.
America's Smart.
But
Yeah.
you're bragging about this new tree. The old trees that we had in the 50s, 60s, and 70s always had a small light bulb, maybe about the size of your thumb. You called them C7.
C7s and then the bigger
C9
ones C9s.
C9s
outside.
were the outside lights.
Right.
All right, so tell me about the
So
C7
so
tree.
C7s and those. I mean, we still sell C7 bulbs. They're like regular incandescent. But you got to remember they're 4 watts. So
They're
one,
glass.
they're glass, and they're warm.
Yeah.
I mean, to hot.
Yeah.
So what they've tried to do is everything is moving towards LED. Is a C7? What they called a C7 was just a cap, just like a plastic cap
over the top of the
over the
LED.
top of an LED
Right.
diode or whatever. And so it just didn't. It wasn't a great
Look.
replication of that true C7. So
I mean, it was too hot. It was too like in the 5,000.
no, too cheesy looking.
Oh,
It's like, hey, what's on top of the LED bulb?
okay.
It's a plastic hat.
Yeah.
And they would just come off. It just did not look traditional. So the tree that we were talking about that we saw from a vendor called Raz it's actually LED, but it is a fully enclosed C7 bulb that screws into that same
Old socket.
old string, a C7 string, and it just had a real retro old
It was
fashioned look.
wired tight to the stem, so you couldn't really see it. It looked very well lit. And we were told to just go look for a stunning tree, and we knew which one it was.
Yeah.
Was it a sectional, like comes in 2 or 3 sections, or was all?
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll
it's
be,
still sectional.
and you'll just the way they do that. There's a wiring harness that'll go in each section.
Okay.
So then you just bring them down and
And
plug
they keep
them in.
plugging each
Yeah.
one.
So,
sort of like a daisy.
but it
chain.
was really cool.
Oh,
Did we
cool.
look at the price?
I
I
don't,
don't
think
know that we did. We
I
were
didn't even
so
get a
stunned
picture
by
of
that.
it. Yeah.
Okay, you're waiting for. Could you order those trees now, or are they telling you they're coming?
No. You can order them now.
We had just looked.
Yeah.
Are you waiting for your designers to design something
To
like
knock
it?
them off.
Oh, knock them off. Oh, like a knockout. Okay,
Well, it's
It'd be nice.
yeah. We'll see.
I didn't mean to stop the train here. I
Nah,
just-
it's a
Hey, somebody
We'll
else
have
who
to
turned
decide.
somebody else who turned 90 years old this week. Do you know who it was?
besides Dick Crumb.
AJ Foyt.
No way.
Yes, AJ Foyt, and it was good to see him. They had interviewed him and everything, and then they started playing all of his old spots, like when Coogan.
I was just going to say, I hope that Coogan kid called him and wished him happy birthday.
That's right. But he was such a fireball. I mean, we loved him because there was no filter. If he was out of the race, there was no filter.
And in those days, it was like get tickets by AJ's pit, because man, he would hop out of that car and like grab the wrench from somebody. And it's like
he was real. Was he the one to say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't. It's not cheating if you ain't racing, or you're no racing if you ain't cheating. But they would push every envelope, and the answers were just as bad. But AJ turned 90, so congratulations, AJ Foyt.
There you go. All right, I had something else to say about the Christmas show. Oh, I know
Well, how about doing it when we come back?
Is that time already?
Yeah. Can you remember that long?
Oh, my gosh. Being with you guys is such a delight because
time just flies.
Time flies,
I'll tell Terry and Allison you said that. Allison's listening.
Allison knows.
Where's Allison?
She's taking a break. If you had to work with Hammer and Niger,
and you know what? I will say, I think that this new building and new studios
it's taking a toll
on her, on Allison, because she is so good and so willing to take on tasks that she just says yes to everything.
The problem is you got no place to work. I came over here and was looking for, you know how at the old building there was always a slot where you could just sit down and do some. You can't do that in this building. The parking lot's full, the auxiliary lots are full, and there's no place to work. So she's got to be pretty frustrated. I'd take some time off too.
Yeah, everyone's going to have to start parking in Broad Ripple and taking the red line.
Gotcha.
Down to work.
Oh, boy.
Hey, we're coming right back with more. Our number 239-9393. I was really bummed. It was just a communication error with a contractor I use to put lights on our house. And when I got back from Florida, like on the 6th of January, they'd already taken them down.
Your neighborhood will think that you died or something because you leave them up until May
I always tell them, it's like, I want to be the last one you take down, because to me, it's so January and February and winter is so dreary.
Oh, it's so dark.
In Indianapolis. And it's like, and I always say, well, leave up a little something. I'm not talking about a blow up Santa or something, but just like white lights or colored lights, just a nice tasteful, and it just adds a little something. I love when I see them. But
I hate when the lights are gone. And I don't want to confuse Christmas and the celebration of Christmas, but I just like it's the dreariest time of the year. Long nights,
awful.
Short days. Give me some color. Give me some sparkles.
Yeah, I mean, and even the porch light, because when I come downstairs, I turn it on and then I turn it off when I come downstairs in the morning. But now I just leave it on because I go to work when it's dark and I come home when it's dark.
You know how I solved the problem? I mean, to just get me up. They have these collars for dogs that are lit up. And so for Ellie dog, you charge it up like you would with any sort of adapter. And then you put it on and it rotates about the size of your little finger. It's got a tube all the way around her neck. And it rotates from red to green to yellow to blue. And I send her out to go in the middle of the night. Jack, how you have to take your dog. And I don't have to worry where this dog is because she's shining up. And so I leave it on her as she's walking through the house.
What time do you let her out?
Mackie, we get up at 4. Mackie's normally let her out by 4:15 or 4:30. I'm the last one. I take her out about 8:30 or 9.
Do you have to take your dog out, Jack?
No, they'll wait till I wake up.
Okay, they will.
Out,
yeah.
That's the thing. You gotta love the pet people.
They got to do it, and it's cold out there. Oh my gosh, shiver me timbers.
Man, when I come home from work sometimes, and especially I noticed it when we were running the Christmas train, and I was coming home at 10:30, and the people out walking their dogs.
Yes,
and it was
I've been that person,
and it was such a cold, December. The start of it was.
Have you seen these little rubber boots for the dogs, Jack? Tell me you don't put those on your dog.
No, I do not.
The poor dogs, they're flopping. Here we go. I can't believe that we put those on dogs, and yet I saw those. A musher had put some sort of cloth boots on his dog sled for his dogs. I don't know.
But don't they say like the ice melter? I mean, are you supposed to put something on? I mean,
so I think if you're walking on a salted road, it would be bad. They don't plow or salt our streets, so I'm safe to walk, but it can kind of irritate.
You're already
their
telling
feet.
me you live in Indianapolis.
I do.
Yeah, they've ignored you.
Tell me you're in Indianapolis without saying you live in
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
Streets never been plowed.
Yeah, never been.
Yeah,
So,
but anyway,
Even
those
over
dogs.
that 4 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
There's- they always say they're going to do a run through. The fact is, they just can't.
They do. So I'm right in the heart of Broad Ripple, just a few blocks south, right off Kessler. So they'll do Primrose because it goes from that school all the way up to 62nd.
Oh, I know where you are then.
But
Okay.
that's the only street that they'll do. And then those streets around Bishop Chatard.
But you know what you should do is you should get to, and I mean, you're still a street. Neighbors should all throw in $10.
And just have somebody come plow
That's
it.
what we do in our neighborhood.
They did that in our
It's like
neighborhood
$10, and
when I
it's
lived on the west side.
It's not a bad idea.
no.
No, and it paid well too. I had a 4-wheel drive or a Blazer, and I put a blade on the front of it, and I did it for our neighborhood for
Oh,
a
did
couple
you?
of years.
Yeah.
It's hard to make money. There's
No.
between the equipment and everything. I really feel sorry for these guys that rig up their 4-wheel drive trucks and put these great big blades that'll go into V's and
Right.
everything. That's a big investment and not a very good productive season.
No, I don't think it's. I mean,
If you were in Wisconsin or if you were in Michigan, maybe. But Central Indiana,
I think the guys that actually have the salting equipment
As well.
are the guys that can actually make a little money because
I saw the
that
guy-
seems like a little. As a matter of fact, like
Contracted out, right?
last Friday, or no, I'm sorry, last Sunday.
it was bad. It was slicker than owl
It
snot.
was the black ice. I
Yeah.
bet the emergency rooms filled up with people that fell.
I don't know. In businesses like yours, I mean, people just waiting to sue you. I mean, how many different laws, But you're right, salting it down. I like the guy that plows the one in the white truck.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. I mean, he's got that laid out and where he can put his piles and stuff.
That's Darren from First Choice Trees. He does all our tree work.
He's good. He's good.
really good. Matter of fact, he's good because on Next Door, people are always recommending him, and that's a tough crowd.
And next door is a very tough crowd.
Very tough crowd.
They're the biggest bunch of crybabies. I mean,
You don't say all. There is some.
some of them are the biggest bunch. I almost got off Next Door several times, but I want to hear what whining really sounds like to remind myself why I don't like.
They've
Anyway,
always been very kind to me.
sorry.
Very kind, like when I'm always in trouble. If you know what I'm saying.
We support you, Pat.
Thank you very much.
Hey, by the way, did you listen to Hammer and Nigel last night for their veterans,
No,
red, white, and veterans thing?
I was in Miami. I was in Atlanta.
The show starts at 3:00, and I'm pretty sure they were above the limit by about 3:45. They were taking shots of stuff and some blueberry forensic Jack Daniels experiment. And I'm telling you what, those boys were having fun yesterday, but they raised a lot of money for veterans. And
Did they really?
They did a good job. They did a good job. Some
So who was the organization that they're raising money for?
that's above my pay grade.
Okay.
But what I liked is that they had listeners come in, and you know how the cavalry has those white Stetsons with I'm talking military. They have a white Stetson type thing, and they bring up one side of it. And
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Some guy came in who was in the military. That was his part of his uniform, and he donated that for auction items for the veterans. That's pretty cool. I mean, that is something that if you were in the military, you would not want to let go. It's a keepsake. But he was touched by the boys, and he
So
brought it in.
what brought this on? This
They do it. It's a bowling tournament over at Woodland Bowl up at 96.
Gotcha.
and-
Okay,
and
I knew
Keystone.
that. I'm sorry, I wasn't in town.
Red, white, but they get better sponsors than we get, Pat. They had Jack Daniels, and I even heard the hair guy from Permanent Hair. The guys that do the
Yeah.
hair restoration. Darren came in to talk about the stuff, and all of a sudden Nigel pops up, and I think he's looking for a new hairline. So.
Hey, speaking of somebody that doesn't need a new hairline, it's Richard Michaelis from the.
He's got a full head of hair.
Danny, Jack, how we doing this morning?
Hey, it's good to hear your voice,
How
buddy.
about that for a horrible segue?
I loved it. It was perfect.
Oh, buddy. Every time Pat talks about his winter fire, which is really November, I think about people who get burned out. Is that still going on right now?
Yeah, so this is the fire season. So, when it gets cold like this, it's typically where we see kind of an uptick. And we've been busy with, helping some of your listeners with those type of situations. And you're going to smile at this. I'm in the office, and I just went through a 91-page report from a certified hygienist firm on, all else, combustion byproducts. So that's just a big word for soot. But, Pat, you'll recall after your fire, all that residue that's left from, incomplete combustion. Really,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
We thought it was just underwear stains,
And
but
it
he
was.
had an excuse.
But you know what? Michaela stayed after it because there was certain places in the home, it's all brand new, all redone, but I could still smell the fire. And then you guys just stayed on. You put something on the furnace, as I recall.
I don't know. What do you put on it?
Well, generally what happens is we're being denied probably by maybe the insurance companies on the scope of work, or the scope of work sometimes is dictated by the insurance company. So as a probably conservative approach, rather than just letting us do what we know best, we have to kind of take it step by step. So I think if you recall, it was like, okay, this didn't work. Let's go to the next level. And that was probably going upstairs and working behind the scenes with hydroxyls and fogging agents to try to get behind the trim package. And then, Denny, you just mentioned the heating and cooling system. I can't recall, Pat, we may have had to replace parts of that heating and cooling system because we simply couldn't get the odor out of it.
Yeah, there was something that we put on the system that I think is still there. I said, Richard, I'll just buy that.
Now, this is why I like Richard Michaelis and Michaelis, because they're bird dogs on that. They'll fight the insurance company because the insurance company doesn't want to go to that level unless they have to. So, it's nice that you fight for them.
I mean, Richard, Michaelis and Richard are very good at it. Is a delicate dance with the insurance companies, and they always want you to use their contractor. And I'm kind of like that, right away, I'm like,
no.
Why would I do that?
Yeah. Well, and I kind of understand the conservative approach, but when you're talking to professionals and they're giving you their best advice, I mean, if you're getting ready to go to trial and your attorney's giving you good advice and you're not listening to it, I mean, that's not a good situation. So, I guess building that trust is what we're always working for with the insurance industry, so they recognize us as a professional firm and kind of listen to us when we try to, steer them in the right direction to take care of the insureds in the most, efficient way and professional way.
That's kind of what I remember too, is like how professional your guys were. And there was never anything that I thought, oh, look at Richard. He's trying to hit the insurance company. No, it's just like,
he wants to get in
what
and get
was
out.
necessary, the things that were necessary. Like we had a cabinet that had no trim on it because we were kind of in the middle of putting a new cabinet in. So there wasn't any trim. So it wasn't sealed. Well, they didn't have any choice, but those had to come out.
Yeah.
And you just,
hey, Richard.
Well,
one of my
we're the customer's advocate, so we don't work for the insurance company. But like you said, Denny or Pat, I don't know who said it. There's a delicate dance there.
Yeah, that was
so.
Pat.
Yeah, so it's just that nuance of insurance restoration work working with the
Richard,
insurance
I just got a text message from one of my old plumbers, and he says, what I remember about going in on a job after a fire was all of the flies. He said, the biggest flies you've ever seen. Why is that? What are the flies doing in there?
My guess is it's because all the food products still in the house. Sometimes when you have a fire like that, if it's a total loss or what's considered non-salvageable, a lot of the products left in there, homes, restaurants, so it eventually will get thrown away into a dumpster, but there's no reason to move it out and, incur that cost to take something and move it from one location to the next when it's just going to go to a dumpster. But my guess would be it's probably more than likely food source. I mean, if the house is open and if it's a seasonal thing, you might have flies just coming in. But when there's a lot of them like that, it's generally something to do with the food product.
Mine was a kitchen fire. There was nothing for flies to get.
There was nothing left.
It was
hot. You did a nice job, Pat.
Thank you very much.
So the excuse for your flies was your underwear.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Richard, you're the best, brother. You're the best, brother.
Richard, thank you for spending a little time with us. We appreciate it. The number 844-FIX-INDY. That's 844-FIX-INDY. Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
It's the Home and Garden Show. Pat Sullivan, Jack Phipps. My name's Denny Smith. The ladies are gone today. Allison is just taking a break because of Hammer and Nigel. And then, of course, Terry is out at the home show, Pat.
The home show.
The home show. It has begun.
That's what you look forward to. The home show, boat sport and travel show, and then the
That's a Renthro production.
the flower and patio show.
Yeah. Remember when Dick Crum, after the Flower and Patio show, would bring his pickup truck over and take all the mulch home?
That wasn't after.
It was during.
That was when they were setting up. He
It's the freshest,
He
then.
had that little pickup.
Yeah.
He had it full of 5-gallon buckets, and
Well, he wanted to be able to transport
and
it.
he
No
would
reason.
go out. So they would like the flower and patio show. The big landscapers that put up the really beautiful displays. They supplied them with, there was gravel out there and stuff, and mulch, a big mulch pile, and Dick would just go and
take it.
take it.
Did we mention that today or this week Dick celebrated his 90th
His 90th birthday. So he's probably, and then I went out one night and I said, "Hey, you want me to help?" And he never wanted any help.
He was a mule. I had a
Yeah.
projection TV when I lived on the west side. And I said, "Dick, do you want this projection?" Because I knew he was looking for a big TV. He goes, "Yeah." He says, "Me and my buddy will come over and get it." Well, it weighed a ton. So he and his buddy came over. They had a pickup truck. I could barely lift one end of it. So his buddy got on my end, and we lifted it up. Dick got on the other end and squatted that thing, picked it up like he was
Farm boy.
farm boy. He really was strong.
Yep.
He really was strong.
One of the funniest, I think of all the funny stories, and when Dick turned 90, and I'm a terrible friend because I haven't talked to him forever.
I will admit that you're a terrible friend.
Thank you.
You don't talk to me when I text you and call you
You
and
know.
leave you messages.
Hey,
and
trust me,
I sent a letter, Jack.
I have a lot
and
of
He almost responded to the letter.
He thought about it.
I have a lot of guilt from grandchildren stuff, and
Yeah.
So anyway,
With Dick.
Dick, he was, and this is current, not current, but it's like Dick goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. I got home from work because he was still working at the extension service. He goes, yeah. Tony Kritzis was in the driveway. Had a problem with his tomatoes.
Tony Karitzis was a good guy. He really was a good guy.
Don't say that.
No, what he did was very, very bad.
Thank you.
But he was a good man.
I don't. I think once you do that, you lose the.
You can't go back.
I understand the frustration, but you cannot say that.
Do you remember when Dick fell off the ladder over on Washington Street at the
Which one?
which one? He was on a 12-foot extension ladder or
That was
step
a bad
ladder.
Step ladder. That was a bad one.
And he fell, and of course he started bleeding from his ear, so they took him to the emergency room. Well, Jody, I found out where he was, and I came in, and they said he's no visitors, and I said, okay, and they said they saw WIBC on my shirt. I said, oh, you're part of the. He said, just go on back. So I go back, and there's this guy with his head totally wrapped in gauze, and I knew Dick was bleeding from the ears from what Jody had told me. So I go in and I go over to Dick. I said, Dick, you knucklehead, how many times have Pat and I told you not to get on a ladder with a chainsaw? And he just sort of shrugs his shoulders.
That's how he did.
And then
You did that actually really good.
Yeah, he just sort of shrugged. So Jody walks in. She goes, "Hey, Denny, what you doing?" I said, "I'm yelling at Dick." She goes, "Dick's over here." I was yelling at the wrong guy. So, but Dick's head was wrapped up too, and I proceeded to yell at him. So that poor guy he just shrugged his shoulders.
So, but there is a time. So Dick has fallen, I think, 3 times that we know of, but a really bad one saved his life. And he was in Baltimore.
A heart attack.
He was in Baltimore, and he was on a 28-foot ladder with a chainsaw, and he fell. And he fell a long way, and they called an ambulance. They picked him up and stuff, and amazingly, he did not have that many injuries, but they found out he had a widowmaker.
Oh, on
in
the
his
left
heart.
anterior descending. It was a constricted vessel.
Yep. And so when he got back to Indy, they got him right to the cardiologist, and they got it fixed. But
Well, he wouldn't have got it fixed if he hadn't gotten that coupon from the cardiologist.
that's true. Yeah. He was waiting for a coupon.
Yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Happy birthday, Dick.
Happy birthday,
I hope you're
Dick.
listening. Jody, we send you our best for sure, and the same to the 3 boys.
Trust me. Dick is not listening to this show because you know what?
Do you ever get emails from him? They're always dated 2:15, 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Had he actually been listening to this show over the years, since it's been 11 years since he left, he would have been dead by now.
Yeah.
Pretty
boy.
certain.
Or
It
he'd-
just changed. I
or
mean,
he killed us.
yeah, everything has changed so much. I mean, it's just as far as technology and when Dick walked away, I hate it when he did, though. All right, hour number 3 is coming up, and let me trust you. It's all going to be Jack Phipps, all of it, coming up, 93 WIBC. Hey, good morning, welcome. Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. You are listening to hour number 3 of Saturday's Home and Garden program. And this first segment, we would like to play When Should I Do It? And that is where myself and Jack Phipps and then Denny, we all will
Wait a minute.
kick in.
Wait a minute. And then Denny.
Well, because it's kind of like, at first I thought it was going to be all Jack, and then I thought, well, you know.
It'd be a really fun hour. Kind of leave us hanging for that last hour.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been
All right.
thinking about that Yeti mug that, you know,
The next big
Cuba,
hop.
yeah, when Cuba is freed and because of Fernando.
You want to hold up your mug that has the misspelling on it?
Yep.
I've always appreciated the commercial about the guy that gets his tattoo. It says, supposed to say no regrets, and it says no regrets. So why don't you read? You can hold it up for the camera, Pat, so they can see it. But this is an engraved cup with a misspelling on it.
Yeah, resilience drives progress. And I think we have 4 of those.
But it says
Resilience.
It
Spelled the
says
same way?
resilience is what it says.
Yeah.
So did they pay for the cup?
Um,
No, that would have been an
they
employee.
paid for the
that-
correct ones.
They paid for the
Well, because the good people that we are.
Pat has
They
a-
actually spelled it
Pat
wrong.
has a
when they handed it
laser
in.
really?
engraving machine at 71st and Keystone, and it is always busy. If you buy a Yeti cup there, they'll engrave it with anything you want. Pat was a little bit ambitious, and he gave us all pictures of himself on our cups so we couldn't not use them because they're a Yeti cup. But if you have something special you want to do, Pat, that thing's busy every time I go in that store.
It is, and the favorite, people do, names and all that, husband, wife, birthdays, whatever. My favorite thing that somebody had
You're going to make me
engraved.
laugh, aren't you?
No, it's just this guy came in and goes, yeah, I just want, just down on the bottom, if you could just put Mike 317 and then his phone number. So he goes, I leave it everywhere. So people will call me when they find it. And it was just real small. It's just like,
Yeah.
Nice, simple. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, I drove by Sundown Gardens, which is the home and garden place up by me. The lot's empty. When do you guys start bringing in your stock? And I'm assuming Brian and his team up there at Sundown Gardens will start bringing in, but I didn't see.
I saw the Sundown Garden team down in Atlanta.
Did you really?
Yep.
So
I've seen them.
Mary and Brian and Gay. Who else was
No,
down?
Mary and Michaela and maybe her husband.
Oh, yes. I should remember his name.
Brian doesn't go to anything like that.
Brian wouldn't go to that?
No.
If Mary goes, he would go.
No, Brian's not going to a buying show for gift. You see
Okay.
Brian in there, it's like, what do you think of this collar?
I will say this about Brian. Brian is one of the best real estate businessmen
Oh, my gosh,
I've
no
ever
kidding.
seen. He trades up better than anybody I have ever known in my life. And whether it's down in Bargersville or the St. Vincent's thing and the Hornswoggle, and he's doing up at 186 in Spring Mill.
Oh yeah.
He's a real estate guy. He may think that he's a farmer and that
He's a real estate guy. He is not a gift guy. I mean, anything you see in Miss M's
Yeah.
or at Sundown in the gift, Brian did not pick that.
Probably little to do with that.
No, I'm going to say it was Mary or Michaela.
McKella.
Michaela? Is that
Yeah.
it? I'm sorry.
McKella
You know
Marsh.
me,
And her husband's name is Sam. I'm
Sam.
sorry, I forgot it. I forget you're left-handed. Was that a bear growing up being left-handed? Did they beat on you?
You know what?
Did they
I
make you
would say because I didn't really talk as a child, I do like all sports right-handed.
You throw right-handed?
Mm-hmm. And people always go, "Oh, that's great. You can bat either hand." It's like, no, I bat right-handed.
Well, because that's what all the
But
equipment was.
but I eat right, left-handed.
I was a catcher in Little League, and I wasn't a good catcher, but I was a catcher. And what I remember was when the first left-hander came up, I was totally intimidated as the catcher because he's swinging the bat from the wrong side. I mean, I knew how to handle the guys on
Right.
this side, but when you're a catcher and that bat's coming, over your head from a different direction, I was intimidated by those kids.
Yeah.
Good bat both ways.
Nope, just a left and
That was
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. All right, here we go. We're going to go through our
Very
garden list here, Jack.
Okay.
So I wrote down a few things. This is the type of things that people start asking. Seed starting. When should you start seeds?
So you could, if you're doing some hot pepper seeds, now would be the time to start. Long germination rate.
Yep.
Most seeds you want to start,
About 6 weeks or so?
before average last frost date.
So we're about a month ahead for at least tomatoes and peppers and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
However, then there is some things that you could
Start a little. So if you're going to do your own pansies from seed,
yeah,
start them now, because that way,
because they go out early.
much earlier.
Yeah. So if you go 6 weeks, if we say our frost-free, so let's we
First
say
week.
Mother's Day, so let's say May 10th.
Well, no, wait a minute. If you're starting seeds, I would say
No,
the
not
first
for
weekend in
starting
March.
backing
Oh,
up.
you're backing
So you're
up.
backing up 6 weeks.
Yeah, probably going to March 1.
Yeah.
Well, end
But
of
the thing
February.
is, people want to get going sooner. So you know what? Here's the thing: when you buy a pack of seeds, it is like 10 times probably what you need if it's
We'll ever need,
tomatoes
yeah.
or anything like that. So if you want to have some fun and
Start a
do
few,
it,
yeah.
help yourself. When you start seed, light is a big deal. If you get them by a bright window, especially tomatoes, they start to stretch towards the light. So getting a little artificial light right down on top of them,
But literally right down.
right on top. And then you just, as plant grows, and then you'll get a nice stalky, thick plant.
Do you guys still get seed catalogs? I used to get all the seed catalogs and everything.
I buy one every year.
You buy a seed catalog?
That is full color picture.
You
the
know,
Baker
once
Creek.
we started ordering on the internet, then they'll give you a very explicit subpage or whatever for whatever you're looking at online. But I don't see very many seed catalogs coming out anymore. I get one
It's all
for wildflowers,
digital
and that's
too,
it.
mostly. But
Say what?
we get a lot
Digital.
of like digital catalogs.
Digital, yeah.
Do you have seeds up at Allison?
We did. No, not yet.
Go to Keystone.
Yeah.
We have all ours
All right,
up.
so
Ours will be out
fresh
this week.
stock. How long will seeds last? Do you bring stuff from last year and mark them as last year's seeds? Or
No. Well, I mean, once
They've sold through by the end of the year. They're
Yeah.
discounted.
yeah, we usually get rid of it. I mean, everything's fresh because they're all dated. That doesn't mean if you have them at home that they won't germinate.
So yeah, if you have a date on the package that it has passed, don't toss the seed.
just
it just
plant
means,
more seeds?
As a retailer, I say toss it, but
Yeah.
as a practical matter and being a good member of the community, I would say
How
Very
about,
little.
use 'em.
Yeah, use them.
is it a good time? Grandma always said that you should spread your grass seed through the snow and let it melt through. Now
that's number 2,
That's number 2, grass seed. Tell me, Pat.
grass seed. So when do you plant grass seed? Grandma said
Grandma said through the snow, it'll melt down.
no. Grandma said throw it on the last snow of the year.
Well, how do you know it's a last?
That's
snow?
exactly right. But
Okay.
when I think of my grandma, I think, well, she probably knew.
Yeah,
She
but
did.
how do you and Dick have
don't.
always taught me to just sort of scruff up the soil
Yeah,
a little
so generally that's kind of a grandma thing. And I always say, if that's what grandma says and you love your grandma, then do that. But it's a matter of actually getting grass to grow. Not a great idea. I mean, seed is not going to germinate until the soil temperature is in the 50s. So that's number one. So, I would say on a normal year, you would start to see the temperature rising in mid-March. So I think that would be fine.
Is
And-
spreading it on the seed going to have the same kind of success rate as just going out in the yard and
No.
tossing it?
The term overseed,
bit. Was it invented by a retailer?
and it put all of our kids through college. overseeding.
What Grandma's doing, right? Doing it on the last snow.
Yeah, that's right.
But Grandma wasn't greedy. Grandma wasn't greedy like these retailers. I mean, have you ever been to that hardware store that pretends to sell seeds at 71st and Keystone? It's right up the street on Keystone.
Oh yeah, that hardware.
Yeah.
You pointed the wrong way. So, so overseeding is not a good practice. Studies show less than 1% germination from overseeding. So overseeding is, and my dad did it every year. Take bluegrass, put in spread, just go over the top.
Did any of it sprout?
I don't know. I was a kid.
Germinate.
Kept him busy a few hours.
Kept him busy. So if you have patches, the rule of thumb is if a bare spot is as large as the palm of my hand, not your hand, but my hand, then you need to seed it. If it's smaller than the palm of my hand, not your hand, then that can be filled in by good fertilization program.
We were talking about where the dogs pee, and as you get into, especially female dogs, they always go to the same spot. Those spots are going to need lots of water. They're going to need lots of something to get the grass to come back. But that's my problem. Just right off the side yard at the guest door.
Yeah, I always say
goes out there and
Velcro their legs together. Keep it all in one area.
Oh, by the way, did you see the emu that got out and the officer tried to catch him? Emu beat the crap out of this poor officer.
No way. Was it like an insurance commercial?
It was.
Isn't that an emu?
Yeah, that's an emu. But anyway, they put handcuffs on the emu.
It is.
above his ankles, and it was sort of cute. But I guess the first time he caught it, this emu beat the snot out of this cop. And to give the cop credit, he came back and nailed him, and then got cuffs on his real tall, stilted legs.
Okay, so here the time when we actually have some real information we're passing, we end up with an emu story. All right, so we're going to take a short break. We will come back. We will finish our list because we have a few more things on our Is It Too Soon list. Hey, good morning. Pat Sullivan, Denny Smith. Jack Phipps from our Allisonville store is with us. Terry is at the home show. Allison is taking a couple days off.
I think they call it a mental health day. Can you imagine working with Hammer and Nigel 5 days a week?
Yeah, I mean, those are good guys. You know what? We joke about that, but I really think that moving into this new building
is draining for everybody.
Is draining for poor Allison because I think a lot of the stuff gets dumped on.
And what you said earlier about her, like, I don't know if it's her ability to not say no or her want to help, but like she's come in and she's helped people when nobody asked her to, and you know she stays later, and so I do agree with you. She's put in a ton of extra work, but
and look what she did for today to make sure that we had everything, knowing what.
Texted me at 10 p.m. last night and was like, "Hey, everything's here." I mean, she's awesome. Like I tell her. The amount of times she just gets a reply from me and I just say, you'rethebomb.com. That's about my usual response because it's always just something she's helping out with. So shout out to Allison.
Yeah. Nice job, Allison.
Allison, we miss you.
She's not listening.
No.
I bet she is.
Yeah.
All
right. So we talked about seed starting. Grass seed, rule of thumb, mid-March. As it starts to warm up,
here's a question.
Making sure that
here's a question about grass seed. How effective is plug-in seeding in the fall? Had my daughter's yard done last fall. She lives in Westfield.
Excellent idea.
Yeah, as long as it can germinate before the ground freezes.
Core aerification, number one, is very important. We recommend fall because, if your lawn is awful and it hasn't been, and you want to do it in spring, do it. But remember, when you pull a plug out, as Dr. Crum would tell you, is that you expose that plug to air, light, water, and there's weed seed there. So you could open your lawn to a little more weed.
What's the drop dead date? You want it to germinate so that when the first freeze comes to the ground, it doesn't push the seedlings out. So what's the drop dead
in the fall?
Date? In the fall.
Third week of September.
Third week of September.
Unless you're a retailer, then it's October 14th. Or until we're out.
You're a shameless guy, you know.
So, all right, mid-March, step one, pre-emergent. This one gets put down way too early. And we always say, when
What about for chickweed and henbed? I thought you were going to do it back in August.
well, that's
that.
August. That's for
Yeah.
winter annuals.
Yeah.
We've passed that.
Okay.
So this
So
is
we're-
2026.
All right. So we're all
So you'll
springtime here.
you'll start to see lawn companies putting it down in late February, mid February, certainly in March. They're putting down step one.
Anything
Step
better?
one is a pre-emergent to prevent crabgrass.
Anything better than pendimethalin so far, or is it
Yeah, there's Dimension
okay?
is really good and it doesn't stain the sidewalk, which is
The old
great.
joke was, if you ever want to find out where the pendimethalin
Where
was
the
in the
crabgrass
hardware-
control was in the
crabgrass-
hardware, look at the tile, the yellow stain.
And you know what? Remember when we interviewed the guy that it was a mistake? The pendimethalin was for something else. It was like a concrete additive.
Yeah.
And it was just, they found out that it would prevent germination because it sent a chemical barrier over the top. And once it sprouted, it couldn't go anywhere. So
It's kind of like WD-40 when that was water
It was a
displacement, the
mistake,
40th
yeah.
try. That was in the aerospace industry. And someone, they were doing
is that
all
where that
these
name came from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water displacement 40th try. The
all right.
40th
so tell me
formula.
tell me about Dimension. What is that?
It's a pre-emergent, has some post-emergent control as well. Like I said, it doesn't stain. Some people will say it's better than pendimethalin. I think that either one you're fine with. I do like the non-staining thing. So
Does it last longer?
No.
Same.
Well, it
about
lasts
6
longer because it
weeks.
does have some post-control. But my contention is people put them on too early. So if you have a company, like I have Sundown that does mine, and they'll get it down, and it probably goes down. Hopefully I'll get some control, and I do because my lawn looks great. But if when you're doing it yourself, you can control, because as we always say, it's like that company might have 1,000 lawns to do. Well, they can't do everything on April 15th, but ideally you're kind of watching the temperatures. Rule of thumb way back in the 70s was 10 days of 70-degree weather, you'll start to see germination. So normally you don't see that. So normally you would put it down mid-April. But here most people are putting it down. So what happens when you put it down too early is you lose your control, because you'll get about 10, 12 weeks out of it, and crabgrass can continue to germinate. So you've wasted a month and a half.
Or you get to do it again and spend more money.
And that's if people, and you know what? The other little tip, if someone does have bad crabgrass, you put down your pre-emergent at the right time in April. Then later, like in late May, you get just pre-emergent, no fertilizer, and you put it along the curbs where the heat and the sidewalks are, and you give it another dose right in there. And because there's no fertilizer in there, you're not going to get an uneven greening.
So is that the Scott's Halts?
Halts, yeah.
Halts, Halts.
I think they call it something else now.
Every time I get the names down, they change it. I got to love these new marketing people coming out of college.
And they're not raising their prices. They're just giving you less in the bag. That's what they do. Like, what do they call that? Shrinkflation. They do, and they're doing it in grass seed. It's like a bag of, now Jonathan Green's still 3 pounds. Scott's is 2.6.
Are you telling me that every 100 days we add another $1 trillion to the national debt, and you're saying that that's inflationary? I, for one, am shocked.
That's way over my head.
That's way over your head. Yes, it's inflationary. There's a lot of evidence that the inflation is about double or more. The only thing that's going to save our bacon this year, we're going to play economics just a second, is oil prices are coming down.
I know.
We're pulling oil.
That's going to
from
be huge.
Yes, it will. And this thing with Venezuela, I don't care who's pumping the oil as long as it comes to the U.S., but our oil and energy prices are going down.
I know. That, I think, is what's going to make a huge difference. You mentioned taxes and the tax refunds, but I think if energy can come down. So,
I
I'm
wish we
sorry.
could put the camera on. We have we have a screen that Ethan can write on, and now he's making the screen move
he's
all
making
around.
he's making like the window that opened up. Now he's taking the cursor and making it dance so that I'll see. And it says, "Let's break."
It's in a type style that's about 48 or 72.
All right, we'll have to talk about Dorman oil spray later.
All right.
When we coming right back with more. Our number 239-9393. Hey, good morning. Welcome back.
We were talking seeding, Pat.
Here we were.
It's amazing.
Wow.
All right, what's last on our list?
Well, we did pre-emergence.
When should I do it?
We did
We've talked
soon.
about seed starting, grass seed starting. The seed starting was inside the house. Step one, putting on pre-emergent, and then the next is dormant sprays.
Very exciting.
All right, dormant spray, the constituency of an oil, is that what it is? Is it what is the consistency
Yeah,
of
it's
dormant
oil.
spray? It's
Oil spray.
And what does it do?
It smothers, Jack. When you say it, like it smothers,
really
bugs.
everything that's dormant on the tree, but you have these, scale can be on the tree still, some eggs from other pests, disease that can be on there, but you're basically covering it with that oil.
So we're dealing with bugs, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Does it do aphids? Get rid of aphids?
I guess if aphids are hanging around, I'm not
If they're
sure that
still
they
there.
are. I think of it as more for scale and stuff like that. But that one, that of everything on the list, I would say that's the one that people don't do.
It's the last thing people
I've
would
never
think of
I've never
doing.
sprayed a dormant oil. Now
Yeah.
I've sprayed fungicides, which is a little bit later in the season.
I would personally not, before I had learned of that oil, I wouldn't think to be spraying my tree when there's nothing on it. But
Right.
That's the time to get those bugs on the
So
trunk.
so we're spraying trees. Why?
For
For defoliation?
no, we're spraying those trees with, to prevent or to stop whatever is on that tree that was either left over
right,
from
so-
a previous season. The scale is probably the number
number
one
one.
thing.
So we're spraying trees, not bushes, and not like
Correct.
roses, not flowers.
I would think of it
or
always as for deciduous.
Yeah,
deciduous trees.
never evergreen.
All right, and it's just basically some sort of oil that is aerosoled in.
No.
Or is it all water based, or how do you?
Yeah, I believe it is, and you just mix it up and spray it
Your
in a
hose and
sprayer.
spray.
So
Well,
it's,
it's okay, something that will shoot up into
Yep.
the tree.
and you would do that. The key there is to find a time when it's not going to freeze for 24 hours. So
Okay.
you have to have overnight temperatures. You don't want it to freeze.
Okay.
So usually that's going to be in March.
All right. So
Dormant oil spray. What's the other names for them? Dormant oil.
Horticultural spray is the only other name I've seen it as.
Yeah.
So that is for little bitty pests of some sort, but we're not talking like
Scale insects.
So if you have
but
scale,
not bagworms or anything.
you have
like
the
that.
black city mold on your leaves in the summer.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing that
like
every
on the black-eyed
summer-
Susans, we see that all the time.
Exactly.
Right.
And that would be the thing that you want to, maybe not the black-eyed Susan, but
Because
if
they
you're-
won't be up.
Yeah, if you're seeing that mold,
Yeah.
in the summer on your tree, spray in March.
Okay.
Would it work for crab apples on what's the scale of the apple scab?
Right.
See, like the apple rust.
Yeah, well, there's apple rust and
Or the
apple scale.
scab.
Apple
Apple
scab.
scab is what
Yeah.
we always called it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't hurt.
Interesting. All
Sure,
right.
it
So,
wouldn't,
okay, one more
make it
thing.
worse.
Since we're talking about those type of things, when I walk through the yard, come back and my boots are starting to look brown and stuff. Is that rust? Whatever it is that something that dormant oil spray, or do I have to
No,
go to a
that's-
fungicide?
Yeah, that's a lawn one is more, but that's a great point. Like the common lawn diseases, that's a protectant,
Okay.
right? So what you put down for that, which is generally a dry fungicide, but it's a protectant. If you wait till you see
it,
what's
it's
on
too
your
late.
boots, it's too late, and you might as well just fertilize and let it grow out of it. But if you had a lawn fungus last year, or you just know that
You're
you
gonna
get
get it again.
about the end of May, put it down.
Yeah.
Put it in your calendar and have it and put it down. But when you said, yeah, I walked through and I have that stuff on my boots, too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
So, because it doesn't reverse it,
Oh my
like I
God.
say, you get it to kind of grow out of it. But if warm temperatures, if we get a wet summer, ripe, just
All right,
ripe
so
for
you're in
fungicide.
retail, and I'll talk slow, but
Thank you.
In retail, it's about selling the product. If we just let our yards go, maybe put just 12, 12, 12 or some fertilizer on it, stayed away from the pre-emergence and stayed away from fungicides and all that, what would they really get to be ugly? Would they ever come out of it on
Yeah,
their own?
I can attest to that my
Yes.
yard is looking just like that right now.
Is it really?
kind of neglected. I don't treat it for anything. I just have a small yard. But
Don't you get the employee discount?
Yeah, but just the time. I'd rather.
All right.
And
so
you
it
know
go-
what? And you're probably worried about your dog or something
Yeah.
like that. So you could, we have organic lawn. Trust me, if you're in retail, that's why I have one of my competitors, Sundown Garden.
Me too. I use Sundown
because
also.
they have all this. It's not just like grass cutting; it's everything. And because of the business I'm in, it was embarrassing how bad my lawn was. But it's like we work so much in the spring and summer, so
It's the last thing you're going to spend.
the
your
last
time
thing
on.
when you get home is you're going to go out and
You know,
spray.
the funniest thing about the guy we hire to do that, his name is Les Dunn. He gets less done. But
Les
his
Dunn.
name is Les Dunn. And he's a great guy, and he really knows his product. I have trouble with Creeping Charlie and all that other crap from coming in from the
Yeah,
field.
they take great care of me. I mean,
Yeah.
they literally they put dormant oil down. They put the pre-emergence down.
But the funny
they
thing,
trim the trees.
His name
they
is Les
less done.
Dunn.
All right, I've never agreed with a socialist before.
Don't get
Now is
me
the
started. This
time.
is a non-political show.
New York City Mayor Mondani has officially moved into the historic Gracie Mansion, and he's already hoping to make changes. The mayor spoke to reporters on January 12th and shared his aspirational hope to have a few bidets installed in the mayor's residence.
So the first thing he does is spend money on himself or his butt.
One thing that will change is we'll be installing a few bidets into Gracie Mansion. That's an aspirational hope. We'll see if he can get it done.
ASSPIRA.
So let Jack and I speak in positive about bidets.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a religious thing?
Could be.
Could be. All right. So the idea is that we as Americans use paper to mush it all over our cheeks. And the Europeans, of course, with the bidet technology,
Gracefully.
they sort of spray. They
It's not-
spray up,
It's
and
not really a technology from the 1400s.
they didn't have it in the 1400s. They didn't have pressurized plumbing until 1890. something.
Whatever.
Yeah. Don't get technical. So you're a fan.
Yes. So we have. It's just
Look, can we
I mean,
talk
you-
technical after you?
first of all, you save a ton on toilet paper.
A lot.
Yeah, so you weren't intimidated by the COVID massacre, where everybody was stealing, you getting the toilet paper.
My wife is like a supply sergeant. we never drop below 120 rolls ever.
Jane, I didn't know you were married to
Costco?
Pat. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But the point is that when you clean it with water, it goes down into the bowl. What do you wipe your bottom with then?
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Oh, after you get the wash
Yeah,
job.
but instead of doing the obvious, you're just kind of drying your bum.
all right,
So
so
one and done.
okay, so there's no wax treatments, no blow dry, anything. It's just splash and
Oh
dash.
no, theirs have. I mean,
There's add-ons and
yeah, I got a. Who's the one that has the golf course in Wisconsin?
Kohler?
Kohler.
Yeah.
Mine's a Kohler, and it has it all. I mean, it's
heated.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it seat?
heated seat.
Does it go on the same
It
flange?
disinfects. It has UV light.
Does it go on the same flange as a
This
toilet?
was just a seat. We just put it on the existing toilet.
Okay.
So,
So
there's
is
a
it plug
control
and- is it
control box up on the
Wait a
wall.
minute. Is it plug and play? I mean,
Yes.
okay, it's got a duplex outlet. You plug it in.
Yes,
I
we
could-
got to break down this barrier. The socialist is correct.
I tell you what, we
Yeah.
need to take a break because he's going to pass out in the booth. But I want to learn more about.
What?
I've plumbed them, but I've never used one.
I installed
Have
my
you
own
really?
bidet on
Yeah.
my toilet.
All right, so let's take a break and then we'll come back and talk.
And we can
bidets.
talk about the different ones because some of them are shocking.
Yeah, like
Well,
like my garden hose.
Yes. Yeah. The way you rigged the garden hose and just slipped it under the seat.
I'm glad the ladies aren't here
Turn
right now.
on the water. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome. Hour number 4 of Saturday's Home and Garden program, brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Now, a new segment that we're introducing will be always the first segment of the 4th hour. It is Ethan's Corner.
Oh boy, no pressure, Ethan. Did he give you any heads up to that?
Yeah, we talked about it in the pre-show meeting.
Yeah. So what's today's subject, Ethan?
Today's subject will be Sports in the world.
So, how do you feel about? You are a huge sports guy. How do you feel about the game coming up on Sunday or Saturday or Monday? I mean,
I am excited. I am a Notre Dame fan at heart, but
well, then you should be rooting on IU to get vengeance.
I am. I hate Miami. I don't like the way that Carson Beck looks, the Miami quarterback.
He's got a hangnail.
Just
is he
punchable
not
face. Just a very
punchable face. Okay.
Yes.
Punchable.
Don't think he's a good guy. I mean, I have no context to that, but that's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
But I think Cignetti is one of the best coaches we've ever seen in college football. I love every post-game interview almost as much as I enjoy watching the game. Yeah, and then we got some playoff action in the NFL too.
Yep.
Some big games.
Are you a Bears fan?
Yes, I am sort of a Bears fan, again, just because of location. But did you guys see that Gary did a proposal
I just heard that. Yeah.
to take over the Bears site, Gary, Indiana?
Yeah.
They're being
So we
played.
could possibly have an Indiana.
I just assumed that's a negotiating thing. That
And
sounds like
it's
a
going
Trump,
to Arlington.
a Trump
I mean,
thing.
I can't believe that they're going to put the
What
Bears.
what
in
stalled
Yeah.
the Arlington deal? Stalled over money.
Indiana. It was money. They're wanting $1 billion stadium, and the NFL doesn't do these minimal stadiums. I mean,
Yeah.
they got all the horns and bells and whistles and toots, and so Arlington or Illinois just said it's too much, and so they said,
I don't
"It's on you. We're going to Indiana."
They're just looking for a deal. That's
That's
all
exactly what they're doing.
negotiating.
It's
Yeah.
a lever.
It did look pretty cool, though. If you look up online, you can find a picture of Gary's proposal. And, it would do a lot for the town of Gary, for sure. I mean, it didn't really look
It would
like
do a
Gary
lot.
anymore.
Actually, looked. I thought it was actually the same sheet of paper from the new IU stadium.
Yeah. I hope they get a bison. I want to see a bison just running across the IU field.
have a
Do you realize how big bison are? We went to Montana, and a bison can jump over an 8-foot fence and never touch it. They're like deer.
So you're telling me we just need to get 9-foot fences?
Yeah.
Well said.
You should see the steel when they want to examine these animals. They put them in a steel corral with 4-inch I-beams on either side. They're powerful animals. We're going to take one. We're going to take a little cheerleader and have her lead that out on the field.
Hey, Indiana's a powerful team. We got to have a powerful mascot.
Listen, I can hook you up. Actually, it's in Denmark, a animation company, and I think I can get a bison.
Yeah, in about 4 years, they're never on time.
No, but, I mean he's not going to be able to run, but he'll be able to move.
We got
Maybe on
Cignetti for
wheels.
8, 11 years, so we got time.
Yeah.
He extended the contract,
Mhm.
and I
We'll build a
think
cart. That's going to be big.
The
Build
cart?
a cart for him to run on.
Yeah.
That'd be actually really cool.
Yeah.
they
we'll
can
get
get
you a bison.
They can get bulldogs to get on skateboards. You think they get the bison on a skateboard?
I wonder how much longer they'll be able to do that.
I don't know. All right,
Yeah,
so
Ethan's corner isn't very fun, is
No,
it?
we're loving
it
it.
got,
No,
our,
no, great.
got our
All
blood
right.
pressure going.
Last
here.
question. We did this in I believe the second hour.
Mhm.
Should IU win, which we pretty certain they will Cuba fall?
The bigger they are, the harder
Cuba.
they fall.
Cuba.
The
Bigger they are, harder they fall, baby.
Yeah.
I think
Taking them down.
IU wins. Cuba will be
rises.
free.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cuba deserves to be
Wow.
free.
The-
My
you-
family all went to Cuba, and they're taking their trip. There was that couple of years, I think, with President Obama when you could go,
It was.
and they said, "Do you want to go?" It's like, hell no,
it's
hell no.
It's so idolized and glorified, but it's crap.
Oh, it's
They
awful.
said it was not a good trip, was
No,
it?
they liked it because the people are so great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The people made the trip, but I mean, disgusting facilities.
I think I heard no ice.
And and you couldn't use a credit card,
Oh, yeah.
I have
so they didn't have enough cash.
the Castros. I have no love lost for them. My Spanish teacher in high school was Lilian Gutierrez, and she was a PhD, a professor at the University of Havana. And she and her husband, who was I think he was a pharmacist, they left everything. They didn't have a penny when they came over here. They were sponsored by a church group. She came and taught at Speedway High School as a PhD. She took on all the Spanish classes. Greatest woman I ever knew and most passionate, conservative woman. She hated socialism. She taught us what the downside was of communism. and you don't have a life in communism. And
No.
so when we elect Mamdani, give me a break. And the first thing he says, we're going to put bidets in the.
I can't disagree with him on that. I've never agreed to anything with a socialist.
So it's cost cutting. It's time
saving
saving
money.
Yeah.
And it makes your bum feel good.
Basically, you're telling me that
Good bum,
Mamdani
good
can't
mood.
wipe his own beep beep. Anyway, if you want to have fun, go to the Kohler website, do a search on bidets. You're going to see technology that is making this plumber speechless. I
Highly
really am
recommend.
impressed.
Denny, I want a bidet put in the farm. I'll give you 3-4 weeks. And
Okay.
then we'll shoot a video over there.
We'll host a show from there.
No, here's the thing, and we were talking about this. Imagine there's a chair next to you, and you get out of your chair with your pants between your legs, down below by your ankles. You get up, and you're changing sides to the other side where you
That's
sit down.
the old school. That's where the
Little side
Europeans
shuffle.
went wrong.
That's where the
They
Europeans
had a
went wrong.
separate piece of China.
You
The
saying
China.
China?
Yeah.
China.
So now it is all
Anyway,
in one.
I might be into this. Why die with a bunch of money, Pat? Let's see what we got here.
Dude, get that. So Jack's was 80 bucks.
Yours was
and-
900.
And it works off the hot water.
Right, and we're seeing the highest price one I see is $650 or $675, something like that. So
Maybe they've come down.
I don't know. Let me go back and see if you had to get the most expensive one, didn't you?
He deserves it.
Did you put it?
Hey. Go big or go
oh
home.
no! Wait a minute. I'm
Hey, it's
wrong.
your throne.
The
Yeah.
Pure Wash E880 is $1,166. Dear Lord! Whoa! I spoke too soon. $1,494 for the Pure Wash E930.
What features are you missing?
Quiet close, quick release. What quick release of what? What do they
I
release?
think it's the fertilization.
Heated and deodorizing bidet seats with nightlight. What?
I
So
like that.
UV light. Oh, I have a night light on mine too, but it's you also will hear the UV light will come on for cleaning.
do you hear it cleaning? What's it cleaning?
Well, I hear some
Like a buzzing of a light, maybe.
yeah, it's just like, any I don't want to say.
Wait a minute, Pat. They've got a virtual view. It says, view the product in 3D and use our augmented reality tool to see if your real life space is adequate. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
So Pat,
Telling
is
you.
yours like a whole unit? Like is it the toilet or
No,
was it like
it's just a toilet seat.
Oh, okay.
It was a $900 toilet seat.
That's almost incredible.
Yeah.
It has hands-free activation, and it will listen to
I mean,
your
the-
voice.
and the problem-
it has voice control.
Problem for a lot on those is that you need an electrical connection.
What
And
would
there's
you
not
use
usually
for
one
voice
close.
control?
There's usually not one right there by the toilet. So what I do is I just have I put an extension cord by my bed and I just ran a cord into the bathroom and we just throw a bath mat over it.
If you ever forget to plug it back in, are you like, Beth?
Yeah.
I need you to plug it in.
Hey!
Hey, Pat, here you go. Child mode with soft, gentle wash provides a safe experience for children. Self-cleaning function uses UV light that you were talking about, automatically clean the wand's surface, ensuring hygiene. Motion activated, hands-free opening.
I want one that like
Now my
talks-
lid,
I want a little vocal feedback.
my lid,
Like,
my
hey,
lid
nice
does not
one.
open up by itself. But we rented a place one time, what do they call it?
Airbnb.
Airbnb, where like as soon as you walked up to it, the lid came up automatically.
Does it connect to Siri? Hey, Siri, I'm getting ready. Lift the
Sure
lid.
can.
Well, what if it like recognized you? Like, we have facial recognition. I'm not gonna make a name for it, but
Ethan.
you sit down and it's like, hello, Pat.
So different
How's your
settings
day?"
because Beth has different settings than I do. It's
Well,
like,
she has different anatomy.
And like navigation, you could change the voice as well. So you could have like, I don't know, Mr. T welcome you when you sit down or something like
kind of want that. I kind of want that. I kind of want that British woman.
Hello, Pat. Are you ready to take a seat today?
How about the Irishman? All right, buddy. Where's the fire?
Where have you been? You're at Donald O'Grady's again. I can tell by I can tell by the straw.
It's not kibbles and bits for you, mate. Oh, my Lord. Installation and service parts. All right, just a minute. Let's let the plumber look at this. Karen cleaning, homeowners. Oh, a homeowner's guide. This is really something, Pat. You've invigorated me. I've needed a plumbing job for the winter.
There you go.
All right.
Wow.
Did you do it yourself or did you have Jack do it?
What's that?
Did you do the installation yourself or did Jack do it? Jack Hope.
I actually had an electrical company do it.
An electrician. You know what?
It was.
This explains a lot about your house. And you burned the house down. This is total.
Let me explain. It was Beckrich Electric.
Did they wear a hard hat?
They came in because they had to do put the electrical outlet in.
Oh, God.
And while they were there, the guys went in and hooked it up.
Did they come out and were they like, "Hey, Pat, can you go test this to make sure it's set up all right?" And then
So no, the only thing I have to do is I have to make sure I ground myself before I sit down.
All right. So Kathleen logs in on the chat. She says, "Still with the toilet talk," and Bo Denham says, "Hilarious." And then Kathleen says, "When people have more money than they know what to do with it." Oh, Kathleen, forgive us. It's just humor.
if you can work without looking at the clock, you can spend without looking at the price.
That's right. How much? All right. Somebody tell me, how much is toilet paper? How much does toilet paper
I have
cost?
no idea.
Jack?
I
Mackie,
buy
do you
4 rolls of septic safe, very
Scu-
thin.
Septics.
know? You're not even on a septic tank.
No, but I have really old plumbing. The 2-ply gets caught in my pipes quite a bit.
Okay.
I've had my drain cleared out.
Yeah. The septic
replaced.
tank, the cellulose factor, it just breaks it down
a
in
lot
little
faster.
pieces quicker. Yeah.
I get 4 rolls for $5.
It looks like with a Kirkland signature bath tissue,
that lasts?
There is no signature with Kirkland.
Two pot.
$72.
It's like
For how much?
For how many rolls? 30?
2-pack of 30, so 60.
60. All right.
So
a
wait,
little
but
over
what
a
about,
buck a roll?
I
So-
want to hear Continental 2-ply.
No, give me the big name.
Quilted
Charmin.
Comfort.
Charmin has 2-ply white, 366 sheets, 6 rolls for $53.
That's where we are.
Well, those are triple rolls.
My problem is, well, like when I go on, when Jack and I were in Atlanta, dude, it's Mr. Scratchy.
Yeah.
That was the brand.
Oh, it is the cheapest.
Oh,
Heather bought 1-ply like 2 weeks ago, and like I was like, I don't even know you anymore. Like,
know.
how could you betray me like this?
Sometimes
You got to
you-
read
you
the
do what you
chat. The
have to
chat
do.
goes,
yeah, 1-ply equal dirty finger.
Yeah.
Bowden JM says, single ply for the win. So
Single ply?
that's what the man says.
It's like sandpaper.
It
More
helps
like
for
single
drying, though.
Y.
Myron is complimenting Ethan. He says, man, you know your prices. Oh, boy.
We do need to take a break, though.
Yeah, thank
What time
goodness.
is it?
I don't
Oh,
know.
is it 20
We're gonna
now?
Yeah,
talk-
we really
we're gonna
got into
talk
that one.
home and garden when we come back. No more toilet talk.
Well, that's
Maybe.
kind of home. I mean,
And can refer
and
to
it's topical because the mayor, the
Is-
socialist
is
mayor of
full
New
of
York
it.
City, is wanting to install bidets in Gracie Mansion, which I don't think is outrageous
I
at
have
all.
no problem with.
No, I don't either. We're coming right back with more 93 WI.
So that last conversation, Ethan's wife is no longer talking to him. Jane sent me a text message and she said, "Don't you dare." And,
And Beth was listening to music.
yeah. So,
So I'm good.
the last 15 minutes segment was a marriage breaker, as far as I can tell.
No, I'm telling you, I think we got to promote it. We want to make Indianapolis the bidet,
Capital.
the U.S. bidet capital.
Well, I'm reaching
of
out
the
to my old
country.
contacts at Kohler. They're good. They really are great engineering people, and they never compromise their quality. So I'm going to reach out to some of my old contacts and see what's going on. Okay.
You saw the Colts are going to, and which makes total sense. Grand Park, up where
They're
you
leaving.
live,
Yeah.
they're leaving after 26, and kind of a common sense thing. They're just going to do it at their own facility,
Yeah. And that's a
So-
beautiful facility over there.
and I don't think it'll change the conga line up at Grand Park. There's so much going
Yeah,
on up
there
there.
is. There's no the one problem about over on 56th Street is there's no parking. I mean, it's really tough to get a parking spot over there. So if they
And
find
they probably will.
they'll have to. They might go to Eagle Creek and then bus people over. but there's not. They don't have the parking that Grand.
But don't they have
Grand
the
Park.
space for it? They wanted to put in
add it-
more?
Yeah, but they have plenty of grass. But putting in a parking lot sort of makes people grouchy.
Do you remember where their headquarters were when they came to Indianapolis in 1980? Was it 82?
I don't.
Kessler and 56, or Kessler, right on Kessler, there was an old school.
Oh my gosh,
And that's where they had their training.
that was my side of town, and I barely remember that. Did I ever tell you that when the call came in from, when they left Baltimore, my plumber was in Mayor Hudnut's bathroom fixing
A bidet.
a toilet, and the mayor came in his bathrobe, and he says, "If that phone rings, you come get me." So Dave Earlywine, one of my best plumbers, the phone rang, and it was the call from Baltimore that they had
The
cleared.
bathroom phone rang?
The bathroom phone rang. Dave went down and got the mayor, and then the mayor went out on the front porch and announced it. So
In his bathrobe.
In his bathrobe. But Dave Earlywine was there, and he came down and told the mayor, and the mayor came up, took the call, and then went back down on the front porch.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Really cool.
So
All right. So the Colts are moving, and then we got the IU game. So you'll just watch at home, Den. It's going to be a late game.
sir.
Although 7, it's not bad, but it's going to be past your bedtime. Are you going to be able to stay up, depending on the game?
Why do you do this to me?
Well, it probably depends on the game.
You used to get mad at me if I texted you between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning. Kind of grouchy. Turn your phone off if you don't want my texts.
That was
It's
before
not-
the silencing.
It's not that it bothered me. It's just I was afraid you were going to bother other people. Because some people do care.
Why do you leave your phone? If you don't want text, it's
Bad.
got the
Dude,
silence button.
No, my phone has to be on. I have burglars all night long. I have alarms going off.
Is that what you call your little things that the bidet washes off? Burglars?
No, different. No, there's all at the
different
store
word for that.
at Keystone. There's always like
Yeah, birds.
something. Allisonville, we put like all these. I mean, we have a
Anti-theft detection
really
devices.
cameras
Yeah.
in Fishers. At night, it's the most boring video that you've ever seen. There's a cat.
But 71st,
there's a cat and a raccoon.
but the 71st
And I swear
and
they're
Keystone
friends.
stores, that
That frequent the property.
main store is where all the action is,
Yeah.
and that's about 2 minutes from your house.
Yeah. So we just have to watch. I mean, we don't, we have a lot of outside alarms there, and it can be wind, it can be, all kinds of stuff. But what's the most interesting is the parking lot. It's like there's people just like who. I mean,
Well,
What, just cutting across, I'm sure they'll do the crazy
yeah, it's
stuff.
like there was one, like we had a chair that was broken out front. It's not a great quality chair. It's like, how the hell did that get broken? So I watched. There's some lady that came over from the bar across the street. She had been a fight with her boyfriend. She plopped herself down. The chair snapped, which was not her fault. It's a defective chair. He finally came over. They talked. The Uber pulled up. She got in. It's like,
yeah.
that's what I do with my spare time.
watching the old video. Can you speed them up so they go
Oh, yeah.
faster? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go. 239-9393. Coming right back. 93 WIBC. IU wins. Cuba falls within 1 week.
I like the way you're thinking.
Take it to the bank.
We don't get many calls here anymore, but we got one, and this is a special guy. His name's Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey guys, how you doing this morning?
We're doing good. How are you?
Good. I want to
I'm good.
let
Actually,
you know.
it's afternoon now.
I appreciate your segments talking about gasoline and energy more than anybody else. Bill, you're the real deal. Thank you for calling Home and Garden.
Hey, you're welcome. I got to say though, when the ladies are gone, the show gets kind of crappy.
I know.
You love it,
that's
don't
a
you?
good
I see
one.
where you went there, Bill.
It's kind of
I
been
know. Sorry, that was-
wishy-washy at best.
Yeah. No, that's kind of a low joke. Well, I did have a serious question for you, Denny. I like you have a farm out west, out in Park County, and I got
It's a big
my
lawn.
lane. My lane down to my cabin. I planted about 150 oak trees, but then I've got another couple hundred white pine trees I've got scattered around the area around my cabin and stuff. And I got a tree service company coming out on Thursday to basically prune them because a lot of the branches are getting low and all that stuff. And I guess my question for you on the oak side is, what would you typically want to prune those trees up to in terms of height? Because I've got a number of pin oaks and those branches will go 20 feet long, and they'll get all the way down to the ground.
All the way down to the ground. My rule is I like to be able to walk underneath, and or get the lawnmower underneath.
So 4 feet.
Yeah. You see what he did there, Bill? Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
What I have to put up with. I would think 5 to 6 feet would be fine. But I like to be able to get the lawnmower with the sissy bar, the rollover bar up. I'd like to be able to get underneath there because otherwise those branches will slap
Jack,
the snot out.
so does it matter to you, Jack? I mean, as far as
No, I've
done,
personal preference, really.
but it is. So it has not help for the tree,
not
nothing.
Gonna help.
Pin oaks.
The health of the tree.
You got to deal with chlorosis with the pin oaks anyway, so you might as well be able to get the sulfur underneath them. So I would say 5 to 6 feet, Bill.
Okay. All right. On the pines, that's just totally personal preference. I've got some that are, the branches are getting to the point where they're over the roof of the house and that kind of stuff. And
yeah, you don't.
I don't want to do that.
Don't want that. Hey, listen, you're not calling the show without giving us a forecast of where energy prices are going. The Venezuela deal.
You're going to have to listen to. I'm going to probably creating some furor between Tony Katz and Rob. But actually, Tony reached out and wanted me to be in a show. So I think it's going to be on Tuesday, and I'm going to be talking about that. But the short of prices are we still have a glut of oil hanging around, and unless we do something really crazy like invade Denmark or something, I can't really see prices going any higher than where we are today. It's just we just got so much oil out there, and it's not going to change because everybody's producing a ton of it, and oil demand for oil is very high right now too. So
well, good.
So gas prices should stay $3 a gallon or so. And
I can't believe you would go to Tony Katz instead of Pat Sullivan, Jack Phipps, and Denny Smith. I just can't believe you'd go to Katz.
Well, the sad part is, of all the people at WIBC I've gotten to know over the years, I still have not met you two, and you two guys are great. I listen to you every Saturday. So
that's awesome.
I'm really kind of bummed about that. We got to get that fixed.
Yes, sir, we do. Well, anyway, thanks for it. But 5 to 6 feet on an oak, and I think you'll be happy. And the pin oaks are the worst because they've got that draping lower level. So don't be, get your hatchet out or your saw and go for it.
Okay. One last question for you. What's the Monday night score going to be?
I would sue
28-7 IU. Cuba falls in 1 week.
I'll defer to my buddy. Yeah.
34-28 IU.
34-28.
My poor kids. I mean, they got a game today, and then John and Don are getting on a plane with the rest of the IU crew, and then they're going to get down to Miami late tonight, and then not much rest, and then the game on Monday. So those guys have had a crazy schedule, and then on Tuesday they've got a game in Michigan. So between basketball and football, poor Don Fisher's now.
Yeah. So last Saturday, the Peach Bowl.
Right.
Don, they flew back to do the basketball game, correct?
Right. They did.
That's amazing.
Hey, what type of kid was John growing up? Was he? Did he ever get in any trouble?
Always in trouble.
Good. I'll hold that over him. I'll tell him your dad.
No, a good Catholic boy, just like I'm sure Pat's children have all been.
That's not an excuse. Okay.
That's right.
Bill Herrick, thanks for calling.
Hey, Bill, my favorite story about Don Fisher and the IU football program, just to show you, obviously we all know the history of the IU football program, is occasionally Don would call with a lawn question on the way down to do the game. How crazy is that? It's like, what are you really thinking about, Don? Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, he's great.
Good to talk to you,
Thanks,
boss.
Guys.
You take care. Bill Herrick, what a good guy. I love
So
it when
John Herrick's father.
John Herrick's father, but he is in an industry that tracks oil and energy, and he's really well-spoken. I like it when he comes in. And I give Tony a hard time, but I'm glad he's doing it on Tuesday morning.
There you go.
You guys want to hear something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me what you think of this. We got to decide whether it's better than the Colt song or not. You. Banners on the wall.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know about
from
that
like
part.
10 years ago, though, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. I literally, when we were talking about Indiana, I looked up to see if there was a song made for them, and this is what came up. So.
Yeah, that was because I think that was when I went to IU.
Oh, really?
How long ago was that?
10 years?
10 years?
12?
Wow.
12?
Ethan Patterson in the booth, spinning the platters for us.
All right. So the other big thing at the trade show at the America's Mart for the Christmas Mart, the thing coming up this year is the 250th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Of the United States.
The signing of the Declaration of Independence, right?
So the decision trying to make, because there's a lot of companies that have they have Christmas gear for it, right? They have ornaments and stuff, and I'm not so sure that we kind of did not jump on that.
It's a very odd timed thing.
I think it's more of a 4th of July summer thing, don't you, Den?
Yeah, but I don't think it would work for Christmas. I mean, I
no,
think
the
it's
things
gonna...
that we were excited for, though, were like the tote bags or
right.
a cooler cup.
And the other weird thing is, like, some company came up and they got it, said this is the official logo, and they're licensed, they're like
copyrighted, right?
Yeah, then like how do you get the official license for the United States?
I have a question for you. How do you guys keep track of how much you have ordered so that you can stay within budget? You had a whole team there, lots of teams.
That was a problem.
Do you get together at the end of the night and say,
yes, we are now, not the end of the night, end of the show.
End of the show.
I mean, I didn't see David and Ryan from Allisonville. I didn't see them for like 3 days.
And when I was there, I didn't see him at all.
The show is so massive that it's like you just literally don't run into people.
How do you keep track of how much you have spent?
Well, we have,
spreadsheets.
We have spreadsheets. We have budgets for each vendor now, which we didn't, because the worst buyer I had
was you.
Was me.
I was just going to say, you're the one that you don't take direction.
I can't get in trouble.
You know who I learned how to buy from?
You. Perfect.
So you can get in trouble, Jack, so you better behave.
Yeah. The tariffs really threw us last year because the prices you were looking at, and then there was always between a 12, 15, 18% tariff on top of it.
How do you know how much to order? We saw those ornery Christmas ornaments, but just a standard ornament like what you did last year, you gave us those for Christmas. How do you know how many to order?
I mean, that's why everything's at 70% off right now at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Final weekend of the Christmas clearance sale.
You're saying you overbought.
Well, you always over.
You don't want to leave anything on the table.
You can't sell from an empty cart. I've been told that my whole life. So I assume that you guys have to have something.
But it is like, okay, so here's an example. We still have a couple minutes, don't we?
Yeah.
So, do you remember when we were doing our show and we had bobblehead Jesus,
yes,
and Warmy Jesus, right?
Holding
You have to put the bad thing about it, because we all love Jesus.
Jesus was a plush toy,
but you had to put Jesus in the microwave for 60 seconds, and we all had trouble with that.
Controversial.
So we were looking at this company, and so there's the leader in that particular item, where you microwave it is Pals or Warm Pals. Or,
the Warmies.
Is it Warmies?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the brand. So the other company that's called Warm Pals.
Yeah.
And so they have the same little animals as the other company, but they're not the brand. But they have Jesus. They have Jesus. And I'm looking at this guy going, I said, what's your number one item? He goes, Jesus. I said, all right. Where's Pope Leo?
Yeah.
There ain't, the whole thing. So I said, here's the rack I want for Easter. I want 24 Jesus. Give me half a dozen lambs and a half a dozen angels.
That's how you order.
And this guy does not get it. It's like, dude, your Warm Pals is kicking your rear end. You need to be warmy Jesus. People love Jesus.
You're probably the first person that's ever asked for an entire rack of Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he'll start doing more.
Jesus sells because Jesus loves us.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Is right.
God bless
I mean,
America.
I know the hardest part of that whole thing, once you get them out of the microwave, Jesus is warm and you can feel Jesus is warm. It is hard to push the button
Speed
Maybe you need a
round.
little sleeve
and
to
have
put 'em
Jesus in the microwave for 60 seconds.
The speed round is coming up.
93 WIBC.